Fight fam. What's really good? What's going on this fine Thursday evening? About damn time. About damn time. Finally, we're gonna get Spence versus Crawford. Unbelievable. Thought it wasn't. We thought it was ever gonna happen, but here we go. What's good with everybody in the building? God damn, shit, motherfuckers is here super early. Astral atmosphere was good. Willadaba was good. T word was good. Killer K was happening. Big Smoke was happening. This was good. Who else we got? Juice, what up? Elder Dragon, what up? PBC Central was good. Customer relations, what up, man? Mellow Plays was good. The one and only, what up? Sandman, what up? Bobby Cruiser was good. Knockdown 305, my man's was good. Radiant, what up, bro? Vis, what up? Sandman, what up? Did I say that? Guts, what up? Jeremiah Smith, what's good with you, bro? Tony was good. Hands of Stone was good. Jose, what up? My girl Tanya, what up? Chris was good. Ray Sanders, what up? Tom, AJ, Dion, Sculla, everybody in the building. What's good with y'all, man? It's a lot of y'all. God damn. It's Spence versus Crawford bringing them out, huh? I see you.
It's
What up?
here.
What up, Tricks?
It's finally here.
Yes, sir.
Been waiting years for this. That's crazy. Years.
In fact, look, so I named this shit What More Can I Say? Because man, I went over this fight so many times, bro, and I got, you know, 3 videos on it already. So I think I figure we just, watch the film studies. I pause it, break it down, answer anybody's questions about, what I'm talking about. Uh yeah, we just do it like that. And then we could just bullshit, talk about the fight.
Yeah, right. I want to talk about how there's a rematch clause.
Yeah, I was just matter of fact, here, let me share that screen. Where we at? Where we at? Here we go. Take off this brand. There you go. He said, learn to love the sound, huh, Tricks?
Yeah, it's not. I have to get a ladder to go up there and get that shit.
Lord J-Mo, appreciate the super chat. We smoking on that Bud Pack. July 29th. Okay, so huh? All right. Yeah, shout out to Spence fans. Shout out to Crawford fans, man. I'm just happy they got the shit done finally. Here we go. How do I expand this? All right. So contracts include an immediate rematch clause that the loser must activate within 30 days of July 29th. According to the language in their agreements, the second fight must take place prior to the end of 2023. So we might get 2 fights from them this year.
Man, if Spence don't win the first one, he's not winning the second one.
And I'm like, wow, them tables do turn. Them
Kakashi.
tables be turning.
Kakashi,
I
what's
can
up?
remember
Yeah,
the
Jesus
scene.
Christ. Yo. She forgot she was on a live panel, huh? Anyway, what you was saying, fam?
Hey, if he don't win that first one, he not winning the second one. We talking about
Who?
one of the best, the Adjustment King, one of the best complete fighters in boxing. If he
Yeah.
don't win the first one, he not winning the second one.
Yeah, I ain't worried about. I mean, I would put. I don't know, man. It could be a rematch. Who knows, man. Let's not even talk about the rematch. Let's just get
Yeah,
this first fight out the way.
yeah.
D Luckett, I see you. What's good? Uh, so what you think about the rematch clause, though? You know what I'm saying?
I like it. Like I like most fighters nowadays, especially like on this level, like, you don't get no big rematches, like the last big rematch fight I could think of was that Wilder and Fury, big rematch. Castano, Charlo was a pretty big. It wasn't on the magnitude though of this what's the name this fight, but then Triple G Canelo. So I definitely like it, especially if one of them beats the other one twice. That's how you really like. It's no question. Whoever wins this fight is the best fighter in boxing. Like
I mean, yeah, other people going. I don't know. I don't know about all that.
I think, man, I got it. To me, I gotta give it to whoever win this fight. Even if Spence win this fight, even though I don't like he went through the fire in the welterweight division. Like I don't think any other fighter in boxing went through like in a division like such a
Spence.
deep division. Yeah, like
See, I look. So I got a problem with that because of the islands, man. I mean, it's hard for me to say that. You know what I'm saying? How do
yeah.
you know? How do you know that all the fighters from PBC will be everybody else?
Well, I think the fighters on PBC were the best fighters. I'm like Danny Porter. They had Pacquiao, Ugas, Thurman. I mean, they really had all the welterweights. I mean, I know what you're saying, but
Man, hey, bro, we figure out who's better in the ring. That's
yeah,
what I always say. I mean, ain't
yeah,
no. I don't just crown people just off the eye test, and
yeah,
and and I'm one of the only motherfuckers on here with an eye test.
yeah.
So, so I'm saying I don't know. I don't know, man.
I mean,
But
it's still it was tough over there. He went through them all. So if he Orton and Crawford, I'd have to give it to him
yeah,
twice.
so
Ooh.
but to say the best fighter in boxing, or
Oh,
you know what I'm saying.
not like he's not gonna be the best. To me, he's still not even the best skilled or nothing like that. Even if he were, but like I'm talking about like pound for pound. Like if you talking about who's the top fighter, like I'd have to on a skill standpoint, I wouldn't say so. But just who you recognize as the best fighter, like he'd have to be the man to me.
Michael was good.
Yo, I had to come in when I found out you was streaming about the Spence
Yeah.
thing, man.
I figured this would be a subject that gets some people on here. Was good with you.
That's good, man. I don't know about you. I'm going to the fight, man.
Nah, man, I owe it to the subscribers to be right here.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna go to the fight if it was made when I first made that fucking film study. But
Yeah,
nah, since a year and a half later, nah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, as soon as I heard and Terrence dropped that shirt on his website with the caption like, "Yeah, I'm fighting Spence," I was like, all right, I gotta go.
Mm. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Dirk, what up, man?
What up, fellas?
Chilling, bruh. Chilling. What's good with you?
Cooler. Just got off. I knew it was gonna happen, man. It was obvious when that Thurman fight wasn't made, so finally.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. About goddamn time. Kakashi was good. You still on here? Or you still talking to somebody else? All right, gotta let you go.
But I think this fight won't be like. I feel like this fight will be everything in a sense of performance wise, what people wanted from Floyd
Pacquiao
and
made.
Pat in a sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Like it won't
Been
do as good as numbers as Floyd and Pacquiao, but far as the performance, I think it's gonna be way better. Like this gonna be one of those ones where you're gonna be telling your
The
kids
fight,
like, yeah,
itself.
yeah, the fight itself.
Yeah, I, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think I don't know. It's hard to say now, fam. It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
What kills me is, both
I'm
fighters,
hoping.
with this one fight a year shit, bro. Inactivity and age, that shit don't mix well. You know what I'm saying? So, you get up
Yeah.
there in age and you only fight one time a year. For Errol Spence, it'll be 15 months out the ring, bro. And then you fighting Crawford. And then for Crawford, it's 8 months and you fighting Spence. So I mean, it's like I said, it's to me it's harder to say. I think I still lean Crawford, but just because he's
Hmm.
the more skilled fighter. Uh but
Yeah.
But yeah, it's much closer to well, let me not say much. Yeah, it's much closer to a 50-50 to me. Broadway, what's good with you, bro?
What's going on, Boxing Gen? Shout out to everybody else in the panel, man. Yeah, man, I'm super excited for this fight. We waited long enough. Definitely looking forward to chopping it up with you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fight night gonna be crazy.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna see if
Yeah.
I go. I'm gonna see if I go as media. Uh, there was rumors that Elvis Rodriguez was gonna be on the undercard, but then I'm hearing some other things that he may not. So,
Yeah,
man,
So
I don't think I mean, just from how they do shit, I don't know about the undercard, bro.
I
The
can't
undercard
imagine it's
don't
gonna be anything good.
it don't really
I
gotta be
heard.
shit.
It's too much.
I
They're getting
mean,
paid too much.
oh yeah.
Pitbull, Cruz.
But
I
they
heard.
said Pitbull gonna be under there. I heard like
Yeah,
But versus who?
I don't
G,
I
know.
don't
I
even
don't think it
know.
Some
really
dude
even
named
matters to be
Cabral,
honest.
the,
Who?
the
Cabrero, some shit.
the names I heard for is gonna be Isaac Cruz versus Giovanni Cabrera. Subriel Matias versus Sergey Lipinets. These are
Okay.
rumors, by the way.
Mm,
Oh, that ain't bad. That ain't bad
Yeah.
right
mm.
there.
And
I
then
like that one.
Emmanuel Rogers versus Melvin Lopez.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. And
But I
I
mean, at
also
this
heard,
point, I don't even care about the undercard in a sense. Like I'm just happy to get this fight.
Oh yeah, facts. I mean, everybody gonna buy the goddamn fight regardless. It don't really
Yeah.
matter who on the undercard. That's why I don't expect much from the undercard. But if they got that Matias versus who you say
Sergey.
Matias? Yeah,
Lipinets.
Matias versus Lipinets should be a hell of a fight.
Nothing's
Yeah,
confirmed. It's all
Lopez looked like a monster last fight.
they gonna beat the
Beat
hell
the
out of
brakes
each
off.
other.
Who wasn't
Hell
he
yeah. Say, don't
they
need of
beat
them
the brakes
motherfuckers
off.
got no defense.
It's gonna be a
No
war.
defense. The face blockers.
All right, real quick. Prada Pierre, appreciate the super chat. 4 rounds into the Pirog breakdown. Great work. Yeah, man. Yeah, so we do live film studies on the Patreon page, man. If you ain't a patron, might as well go sign up, bro. That's where the majority of the work gonna be at. Because YouTube, these companies, they like to block my shit. So or take away monetization, and I don't do this shit for free no more. So yeah. Anyway, appreciate that product. Corey the movie junkie, appreciate the super chat. Been a minute, break down the X and O gem. Bro, I been did that. I'm about to show you.
Quick question for you. In all seriousness, are you gonna watch the Adrian Bronner's next fight?
Uh, what who's he fighting?
I don't even. It's Hitchison. Something Hitchison. It's not the one that you think. It's just someone named
No, well,
Hitchison.
that's
It's
not his name. Richard
Hutchison.
Richardson
Hudson.
Richardson Hitchens is his
Oh,
name.
oh, that's his name. I've
Yeah.
never heard of him.
No. Richardson Hitchens is the number one,
Oh,
like
okay.
is
I
the
thought
contender.
it's Hudson. Something like that. It's a white dude named Hutchison. I thought it was Richard Hudson, the one you're talking about. I thought it was him, but
Bro, I
it's
knew it
someone
wasn't
else.
gonna be him.
But yeah, it's some random guy. But I'm just like, I'm kind of intrigued to see what AB might do. And then at the same time, it's like,
Yeah. All right. You know what? Anything else? Somebody has something quick to say? Anybody else? I'm gonna run through this first little film study.
I got a question, but it could be after.
Now go ahead.
What you think about I was just listening to an interview by Keyshawn. He says if you look at Spence, like throughout his career, he hasn't really changed a lot as far as his style. Like since his pro debut, he's really the same fighter.
Yeah, it
Like
always worked.
I agree too, but like I was just because I look at that, I just watched his pro debut like a few hours ago, like when it was announcing the fights and stuff. So and
I
he
don't
did.
know. I don't
Fast,
necessarily agree with that.
I
But
think he was
I,
much faster when he was younger. Like he was a lot.
of
I
course, I
mean,
mean, you
well,
got thrown out of
even
the car.
real quick, even if that was the case, I mean, bro, that's sometimes that's the case for the best of fighters. I mean, that's the case for Lomachenko. That's the case for Alexander Usyk. That's the case for Dmitry Bivol. That's the case. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really matter if he ain't changed. That motherfucker's undefeated.
If it's not broke, don't
The
fix
word,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm saying? So
I feel you.
we might as well, I mean, it is what it is on that. Now, does it make you more predictable? Of course. But you get into your spots, you get into your positioning in the ring, shit, you probably won't be beat. So, but I cover a lot of that shit. Molly Ma, appreciate the super chat. The all access for this fight, winning Emmys, bruh. I don't think so. They both two dry ass personalities. I don't think
Well,
there's
they
any
better come
debate
out their
about that.
shell.
There's no debate about these dry ass personalities they got.
But we both know they're not like that outside the
Oh
camera.
no,
So
no, they're not. They're not. I think they're both very camera wary. Let me not say shy, but wary. You know what I mean? They don't try
yeah,
to sound too ignorant or too stupid or too, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Brash or none of that type of shit.
Spence sound
So
like he trying to stay awake. Like that's how like he talk. He like yeah,
who?
Spence. Like he be like, you know, I mean, hey, let's go. Where
Oh
we gonna
shit.
work? Like
That's
he
that
But
down south jump, man.
Nah, he just sound like
yeah,
he talking so slow so he don't fuck up.
we all know there's no animosity between these two, but they're both two very competitive people. So that little scene outside that hallway that 5 years ago, we need some more of that in order to build the fight.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
So warning. Oh, hold on. Let me Proud of P, I appreciate the super chat. Arrow will be a better southpaw than Bud July 29th. Okay. We gonna see. We gonna see. But yeah, so warning, fanboys. I'm about to show reasons that Crawford could win. I'm about to show reasons that Spence could win. Okay? Just a warning, you know what I'm saying? If that triggers you, you might want to leave, you know what I'm saying?
Trigger warning. Triggered. Triggered.
What do you mean? No. That's impossible.
He's the best.
All right, let's get it.
Before I start this video, I need y'all to smash that
Y'all
like
can hear
button
it?
and subscribe if you're not
Yeah.
subscribed. The goal
Alright.
is to make the channel the full-time gig, which means a lot more analysis. Fight fam and all Boxing Gems members and patrons, much love. I appreciate you. Class in session. Errol Spence is a technical pressure fighter. His game is about breaking his opponents down with volume. Normally, opponents end up shelling up, which leaves no resistance for Errol to step inside and do damage to the body and head. The pressure is often relentless, but the pursuit to close distance is not. Errol isn't like a Sean Porter or Isaac Cruz, where he would risk being countered with forward momentum and continue the pursuit for inside positioning. Typically, Errol moves in with 1 foot maneuver, whether it be a wide pendulum step or a double step or a shuffle. If he ends up in the positioning he wants, great. But if he doesn't, he just resets and starts over. That's why these simple reverse steps from Ugas in round 1 were effective in stifling Errol's offense.
All right. So now I'm gonna turn off the volume. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna let you watch that shit again. Look, so all I'm saying is, even though it's orthodox, a reverse step, even though it's orthodox versus southpaw, it's open stance. It's not closed stance like Bud versus Spence is likely to be. A simple reverse step stifled his offense. Now just watch Ugas with a simple reverse step or simple back shuffle, and watch what Spence does. Simple step ins. He doesn't. What I was saying with about Porter or like a Isaac Cruz, they'll follow you out all the way to the ropes, or they'll follow you out. You know what I'm saying? Try to pivot with you around the ring. They'll follow you completely out. Spence don't do that. Y'all could talk over it. I got it on mute. I just wanted to show exactly what I was saying.
Okay.
Question: is that necessarily a bad thing, or is it because he does that all the time?
Who?
Spence, because I know how you
No,
said
no,
in
none of this is a bad thing. It's
oh,
not. This is just about tendencies.
okay. Because I heard that you said that the reason Porter and them do it, they are likely to get more counter because they always follow.
Well, no, they just. I mean, there's some guys that got relentless pressure. There's some guys that got controlled aggression. Arrow has controlled aggression.
Oh, okay.
It seems like, and I want your opinion on this. It seems like in that video, Spence wasn't like really trying to snap his hand back as soon as he missed. That's
Oh yeah,
something.
it's more on that. It's more on that in the video.
All right. I'll let it
All
get
right,
to.
all right, let's get it. Hold on. Van Lathan, appreciate the big boy super chat. This channel is amazing. Hey man, much love to you, fam. Much appreciated. I'm gonna put it back up when I'm done with the video.
Crawford is much more efficient and effective than Ugas at his back step game. It's Crawford's bread and butter against pressure fighters, no matter the relentlessness of their pursuit. On top of that, Crawford has the ability to make quick maneuvers and adjustments with his feet to slightly angle off the line of the pursuit, which often sets up his countering opportunities. So not only will Crawford simply step back or around, he'll potentially make you pay for any mistake that you make closing distance.
I'm just showing stepping out the angles, reverse steps to angles. Counter.
Now, partially due to the reverse steps and partially due to other factors, including just a typical flaw from Arrow, there were a lot of instances of Arrow reaching and overextending, especially backhand punches against Ugas. Regardless of which mistake, they all left Arrow unbalanced and on the front foot, which in boxing just means the vast majority of your weight is on the front foot. Arrow's reaching and overextending often left all his weight on the front foot as the back foot was coming up off the canvas into a momentum-based forward shift, or it was dragging on the toe. Either way, all his weight was on the front foot, which means he's stuck in that position until the back foot sets. This leaves him around mid-range on one foot where he doesn't have the ability to adequately punch or defend aside from ducking, which isn't relatively safe at all.
What's good with everybody coming in? I see y'all. What up? Now you see him getting countered for doing it. Mr. Golden, I see he was good. See where my guy was good with you, bro. You want to come up? Bruh, Ugas is a counterpuncher.
Unfortunately for Errol, these aren't mistakes you can make many times against Terrence Bud Crawford.
All right. So a fanboy is say, bro, it's Ndongo. That let me say that again. A fanboy that doesn't understand boxing to say it's Ndongo. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the exact same footwork and the exact same positioning that reaching with your back hand, getting stuck on the front foot leaves you in. So again, it's the same shit. Arrow just can't do it. He just can't do that shit. T-Word, I had you up. But anyway, anybody got any thoughts?
I, I did find that how when Crawford was fighting Porter in that video, he would slightly move his head while throwing punches at the same time.
Right.
And seeing how Spence overreaches, him having that move is, I think, like a very, very valuable weapon. If you can slip by just leaning your head back while throwing a punch, knowing he's not going to bring his hand back and he's possibly going to be out of balance.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good. I never looked at it like that up until this video. So
Yeah, nah, dude. Look, so yeah, Crawford and his back foot game, countering off the back foot, fighting off the back foot. He's probably, if he's not the best, he's one of the best in boxing. So, that's definitely be a different look for Arrow. But I got something for Arrow as well, of course. Let's do that. Where is it at? Oh, I got it on mute.
Is to make the channel the full-time gig, which means a lot more analysis. Fight fam and all Boxing Gems members and patrons, much love. I appreciate you.
Rebel
Classic
Life, I see
session.
you, bro. What's good?
Did you get my text message?
To put it plain and simple, it's unlikely that Crawford can compete with Spence on the inside. Spence is an elite inside fighter with high-level skills, but regardless of Crawford's skill or flaw, mid-range to inside, and more important than the skill matchup itself, is the fight pace. Even if Crawford was effective on the inside in the fight, the sheer volume of punches Spence throws from mid-range to inside should easily outpace Crawford's output, which means he simply outworks Crawford. In fact, we just saw that fight. Spence threw 476 power punches in 10 rounds against an opponent who stood toe-to-toe with him for 8.5 rounds. It's almost double the power punch output of any fight in Crawford's welterweight campaign. If it's a majority inside fight, it's likely that Crawford only has a puncher's chance.
Doesn't matter that it doesn't hurt. John Porter's piling up points.
To be more specific, shelling up in front of Spence is a problem for a multitude of reasons. The first is there are holes around the shell to the head, which all Boxing Gym subs are well aware of, and Arrow also forces openings with tactics like peeling. However, the body is what he prefers to eat up. The high shields also allow Spence to use his high-level frame game with ease, which forces openings while also disrupting countering ability. Arrow's head control game turns missed punches into opportunities. Crawford will duck hooks, which of course isn't a flaw or weakness, but inside the mid-range, Errol has already shown how he can take advantage by controlling the head after the miss, setting up the other hand. When bravado takes over, one of the most consistent mistakes Crawford commits is walking in the mid-range with no jab and no head movement in the high guard, which is no different from standing in front of an opponent with the high guard, except now it's with forward momentum, a tough guy contest. The second most consistent mistake is Crawford throwing the single jab at mid-range or reaching for head control from mid-range, which is the same difference if you're ignoring the risk. Fighters and fans alike, if you're at mid-range where any of your opponent's punches can touch you, a jab isn't what you would choose, at least not without a plan. If Spence vs. Crawford becomes a majority inside fight, then it's likely that Spence vs. Crawford looks like almost every other Spence fight. Yeah, and that's look, so and that's a fucking fact. So on the inside, I don't see Crawford competing. If Spence is able to close distance, or if Crawford allows him to close distance and he wants to do this whole machismo thing, then he's gonna get a beating. Anybody got any thoughts?
I think that definitely plays into comes into play a lot more early in the round, since Bud tends to be a slow starter and Spence tends to be a fast starter. I feel like the first 6 rounds, like usually things get interesting as they get late. I think the first 6 rounds really gonna tell us how the fight's gonna go.
Oh, perhaps, maybe.
Can I explain why?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the reason why I explain that is because, like you mentioned, Errol Spence is a wrecking ball. If he's allowed to land body shots like that and allowed to enforce his will, Bud usually turns up at the later rounds. If you letting a man beat on you like that, specifically to the body, you may not have enough left to fight back. So that, I feel like the first 6 rounds is the most interesting part, and then after that we'll kind of see how things play out.
You know what makes it even more interesting, Broadway, is the fact that it's going to be a 15-month layoff for Spence. So, ring rust usually shows his face early in fights.
See, I ain't even take that into consideration. That's another reason why the first 6 rounds are going to be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. 15 months is a long time, bro.
Yeah, and I don't care how long you've been in the gym and all that. Like, you can't replicate a real training camp and then making weight and then fighting. You can't replicate it.
Well, he had a real training camp in the midst of it because he was training against Pacquiao. So it was a good thing that he was sparring southpaws. But what type of southpaw sparring did he get? I saw the little clip of the video. He had sparring some southpaw that was trying to mimic Manny Pacquiao, but Crawford don't fight nothing like that. But yeah, bro. We'll see though, man. We'll see. Still, 15 months outside the lights. That's a long time, man.
That was before the Ugas fight, though.
Oh yeah, you're right. God damn, I'm tweaking. Yeah, you absolutely right. That was 2021. Yeah, that motherfucker been chilling for 15 months, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Training camp, no nothing.
Yo, that's crazy. I don't know, man. That's tough, bro. That's tough as hell.
I think it's going to be ring rust, but I think he's in better, I don't want to say shape, but prior to other training camps, he didn't blow up in weight because, I'm a Spence fan, and he's kind of kept himself in relative shape. He didn't blow up like he usually do, where he almost get 200 pounds. Like, he's been kind of in relative shape. And I think it's like,
I don't know. You know what though? Somebody.
What's up, James? How you doing, man?
Who this,
brother?
One and only.
All right, well, give me a second, bro. No matter of fact, my bad. Bobby, what's good with you, bro?
Hey, what up, James? Carry on.
The one and only. What up, bro?
What up? My bad. I mean to interrupt y'all. Go ahead.
Nah. So somebody sent me a picture on Instagram showing showing Arrow looking a little chubby during this whole layoff.
Mm.
I'll say this: I was in Las Vegas for Frank Martin versus Michelle Rivera. He looked big, man.
Yeah,
For real?
yes, and
I
I
was
definitely saw it in that picture with that baby blue and brown sweater he had on, right?
Was
yeah,
it the
it
angle or
was
was
baby
he
blue and
really?
pink like that. Now he looked big. Because I'm 6'1", 230, so I'm a pretty big dude. I'm bigger than him, but he wasn't like a tiny next to me. He wasn't 170. He looked like a good 185. I mean, that's just
Mm.
eyeballing it though. Eyeballing it, he looked like 185. I'm like, look a little big for a welterweight.
He's naturally a big dude. So yeah.
Yeah. Nah, bro. It's been time for him to move up for forever.
That's why I don't like this fight for him. I'm excited for the fight. I just don't like the matchup.
Mm.
If I'm being honest.
Just because of the weight.
It's a lot of factors. The layoff, the weight, the car crash. That like he says it's not an excuse because I mean he won 2 fights, but you can't just take that away against someone like Crawford who's fresh a year all around. You got to be 100% for Crawford, in my opinion.
Mm.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me say this about the 2 film studies we just saw. Obviously, they couldn't really depict what a fight with Spence and Crawford looked like because they were both showing open stance matches, and Spence and Crawford is likely to be a closed stance match. Now what did show all closed stance matches for both of them was my original film study. Bro, I came out with this shit on Christmas, December 2021, thinking they was gonna fight next.
You think this is going to be an open stance match, James?
No, it's gonna be a closed stance match.
Or I mean, yeah. Why do you think it would be a close stance match?
Because Crawford has never fought a southpaw from the orthodox stance.
So it's gonna be southpaw versus southpaw.
Yeah. Are you confused with open and closed
No.
stances?
I was just thinking. So he generally, I
Bro,
thought I seen.
he didn't even start. He started both the Felix Diaz fight off southpaw
That's
and the
true.
Ndongo fight off southpaw.
That's
He
true.
didn't even
What
he never switched orthodox.
trying to take away the jab, right?
Nah, well, you would take away the jab in the open stance, not the closed stance. I mean,
Yeah.
so against Kell Brook, he was
Yeah,
fighting
never mind. Yeah,
orthodox.
I see what
He
you
was in
mean
a
now. My
closed
bad.
stance and he was getting
Yeah.
jabbed. But when he switched southpaw, he took away the jab.
That's
Do
kind of
you
troubling to hear.
what do you think Crawford's game plan is? Is it to be on the back foot, or you think?
Oh, fam, I don't do that, bro. I have no
So
clue, man.
Okay.
And look, if they give me a call, I'll let you know in private.
yeah,
I appreciate I'm on the list to get the inside.
I think Crawford's gonna stand in the middle a little more than people think. I don't think he's gonna try to go toe to toe, but he's gonna shock some people with
I don't think
so
that's
when he's standing there trading and then evading at the
Well,
same time. I think so.
so I think my point in the Crawford's Edge video was that he could do that because Arrow, again, he's not gonna give Crawford relentless pressure. So it's gonna be either a double step or a wide pendulum step or a single step, and he'll attack. If Crawford just steps back, he can still maintain distance while not, getting towards the rope. So in that case, I think he can stay on the line if he wanted to, but he usually uses angles anyway, which allows him to stay in the center of the ring even more so. So
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, James. I was thinking similar to like what we discussed the other day. If Crawford was to go in the southpaw stance, he could use that reverse step to the right, and then get an attack vector similar to how like Manny would attack people after his initial step in,
I
right?
got you. Yeah.
Yeah, if he was to be in southpaw, but if you're saying he's most likely going to be orthodox,
No, he's most likely
then
gonna be southpaw.
Yeah. No, but since he's fighting a southpaw, he's going to be in the orthodox stance. You're saying?
No, bro. I'm saying it's gonna be closed stance, which means southpaw versus southpaw.
Well then, yeah, he can just step to the right after that reverse step, right? And
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, no, he's got options and he's very versatile. So we've seen pretty much all that shit.
okay, yeah,
But we'll
this,
see, man. I mean, shit, for all we know, he might
yeah,
just say, "Hey, fuck it, let's make it a firefight."
which would be a bad idea.
Which, like I said, I think he only has a puncher's chance doing that.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. Sorry for the confusion.
Yeah, all good, all good. Prada Pierre says Arrow's pressure will be more effective than Sean's. Okay,
I
we'll
think
see.
something that we can't see on film, but is Crawford just got a lot of pride, man. I've
Oh,
heard.
you can see that on film. Yeah, you can see it on film.
Yeah,
Too.
he's a
All right,
dog.
hold on,
You
real
saw
quick.
it.
Prada Pierre says ring rust will affect the counterpuncher more. Terrence Crawford. Well, do you call 8 months ring rust? I don't know. I mean, I think
I
that's
don't.
what Crawford's used to.
That's standard.
Yeah, I don't think that's ring rust. To be sold ring rust.
All right, one more again. Bud is a southpaw mainly who can fight orthodox. Uh,
I think that's
nah, he's just a true. Yeah, I think he's just a true switch hitter, bro. I seen plenty of Bud fights where he stayed orthodox earlier in his career.
I tend to agree. Uh,
He's
I think
fairly ambidextrous.
no, I think he can do both, but I think he's more of a southpaw than anything. I think Boots, which is a lot more, and you've seen fight for long stretches on both.
You breaking up a little bit, Broadway.
Oh, my bad. I was saying I think Boots is more of a natural switch hitter who you've seen fight both sides through a long duration of a fight. Right? I feel like Crawford, once he settles in, he reverts to southpaw.
I think he just always does it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? If he has a reason to do it, but well, I don't know why we're talking about this anyway, because I don't think he'll even. I mean, he could fight orthodox, but I don't know, man.
He'll
I
show
think
both.
Errol Spence is more comfortable fighting orthodox fighters though, because that's what he's used to. I
Yeah.
mean, even southpaws have southpaw issues because
Yeah.
it's rare.
Yeah, Crawford's gonna want to make him uncomfortable. That's early.
And Crawford does have that probe. He sticks out. That trap he uses. That you have in your film study, Jones. It's pretty effective. He's really good out of the shell in the southpaw stance.
But one of the breakdowns that it caught my eye was Spence peel effect. He peeling these punches and then and then also with him missing, controlling the head with the hand that miss.
Yeah, that's that. All that shit is inside shit.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's a bro. Arrow's a monster on the inside. Again, if not the best, one of the best.
Yeah,
Like, look, I gotta be top 3, at least, if not the best. Skill wise, straight skill, shit. That dude is crazy on the inside.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think that someone like currently in the game right now is really better than him on the inside.
Yeah,
Well, I always said Chocolate Tito, but because that motherfucker there, man. I mean, yeah, that motherfucker's a monster on the inside, and that's even without like a huge control and manipulation game.
So
I don't think he's on Spence level on the inside, but I think what's that guy at 140? Forget his name.
You gotta explain. Now you gotta explain.
Matthias?
You don't think Chocolate Tito's on?
No.
My
bad. My brain.
Okay.
I meant Matthias. I was saying that's what I was trying to find the name Matthias. Yeah, I think he's a pretty good. He's not on Spence level on the inside. But
Oh hell no.
I think he's a
Spence has defense on the inside.
Yeah, on the inside. Yeah, that guy's reckless with it, but he's a beast on the inside. I'll say that much. He's reckless, but he's a beast.
Strong. That's what it is. He's physically really strong, and he's very heavy-handed. So a lot of times when he's on the inside, like the person exchanging with him realized they're getting the shorty end of the stick. I was at the Ponce Matias fight, and that seemed what happened. They were exchanging, but it got to a point where Ponce realized, like, all right, I'm hitting him, but I'm not doing nothing to him. He's clearly doing something to me.
Yeah. Gems,
Yeah.
how if Crawford doesn't make the mistake of wanting to make it a tough guy contest, trying to walk in with that high guard, how can Spence make it an inside fight and like force it to be an inside fight without Crawford, giving the okay?
Man, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
It's gonna
that's
be
what
tough, bro.
that's what I was thinking. He's gonna be
It's gonna
boxing.
I think
yeah.
he's gonna have to take something to give some, in my opinion.
Yeah,
See, this the thing, man. From the outside, you know what? Let me just play the film study, Brad, because I mentioned all this shit.
all right.
Proud of Pierre. Appreciate the super chat again. When Bud gets touched, he goes southpaw ASAP. Sometimes it's without him getting touched.
Yep.
And Spence's jab will help him a lot on the outside, because I think outside favors Crawford more, but Spence's jab is very.
Yeah,
Do you
Spence
think?
has a volume jab. Spence has a volume jab. It's a good jab, but it's a volume jab. What if? I mean, so I think it could disrupt Crawford's rhythm for sure. But what
Yeah.
if it starts getting countered very early? You know what I'm saying? Will Spence put it away? Will Spence, you know what I mean? Like, what's gonna happen?
It's good.
Shit.
Question.
No, let's fast
Like
forward to July.
that jab is the X factor to the fight, bro. Nobody really knows.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel size will play a role in this at all?
No.
Um,
It's
uh,
very hard to say.
that's hard to say, but it's possible on so say Spence is able to close that distance from time to time. Um is Crawford strong enough to wrap his ass up? You know what I'm saying? Smother, clinch, turn. You know what I mean? Now, I mean the motherfucker is, I mean, we already know the motherfucker's strong. He's skinny, but he's strong.
He can
Yeah.
But
wrestle a little bit
and he's a
too.
wrestler. All right, and he's a wrestler. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But it's still tough to say. You know what I'm saying? Spence is a big welterweight. You know what I mean? But you know what? Honestly, all Crawford has fought are big welterweights.
Yeah.
So
And
James, before you go on to the next, I gotta go to practice, but thanks for letting me on.
yeah, man.
This fight
Anytime,
is
bro.
this fight's like a bad ex. Just got over it.
Yeah, I hear you, fam.
All right,
Hey,
thanks.
I'm glad they made it though, bro. All right, fam.
Peace, chat. Bye.
but yeah, Crawford is a strong mother. You could tell in his fights he was stronger than Porter. He was stronger than Brook when they fought.
I mean, shit, his first fight at welterweight, he had the man in the air spinning him around.
Yeah, that's what I say about the. I think he's gonna try to hold Spence, but it's not gonna deter Spence, because Spence knows how to get out of that. He gets real physical himself.
You know,
But I think
he's gonna need to. He's gonna need to, because if Crawford could stop action like that, it's gonna be a problem. If he
exactly,
doesn't
yeah.
let Spence get to his spot, you know what I'm saying, and get to his combinations on the inside and his frame game, then bruh, it's gonna be a problem, man.
And Crawford does little subtle things too, like in the Porter fight. It's when he kind of picked Porter up and dragged him to the other side of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And he did something where he turned him around. He tries to get in the head physically, like, yeah, I'm stronger than you think. And it's like a mind game that Crawford kind of plays with that. It's real subtle,
Yeah,
but I like it. I respect it. But
yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
go ahead. No, go
I don't
ahead.
think I don't think it's going to deter Spence, because he's just relentless with it. I mean, like what you said earlier, if the Spence's jab gets countered, I mean, it was getting countered against Brook a lot, but just Spence just kept going. Just he's relentless with his game plan. That's what it is.
What was Brook countering it with though? Wasn't it normally a counter jab?
Yeah, it was a count. It was a jab over the top.
All right, so now that's open stance shit. Now we're talking about closed stance. So what counters a jab typically?
The
Overhand.
Overhand left.
yeah, Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I was trying to think of it in my head. The stances.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
overhand, the check hook. Like these are harder shots. So that's what
harder.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to know. You know what I mean? Like, so if he gets touched with them harder shots, is he still gonna keep throwing out that? Is he still gonna keep pumping that jab?
Yeah. See. Yeah. There's gonna be a whole lot of debate until July 29th. I'm just gonna.
Oh nah, fuck the debating, bro. We could just discuss the fight, man.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
see
no.
how you can.
I'm not
Yeah.
talking about you and
Oh,
me and
no,
Jen. I'm
no, no.
talking
I
about
know, I
yeah,
know
yeah.
you wasn't talking about me. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, nobody really needs to debate it. We're about to see it.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm like, it's like, all right, enough debating is finally here. You know, barring any setbacks. Knock on wood. But bearing anything, we're gonna see it. So it's not enough. Oh yeah, he's gonna whoop your ass. We're gonna see it real soon.
Yeah.
And it's close. I mean, June is like what 3 days from now. Then it'll be next month after that. So
Yes, sir.
can't wait.
Nah, it's gonna be man, bro, and Fulton in a way, fucking like 5 days before it.
Hey,
That
I'll be
shit
honest.
dope. 4 days before it.
I'm more excited for that one because those two are literally in their peak everything. That's
Facts.
I'm more excited for that one from a boxing fan standpoint. I want to see that one.
Fact. I don't know if I'm more excited for that one, but that's gonna be a hell of a fight, and I'm gonna love to see it.
Yeah, I think it'll
But
be.
James Willery, my guy, what's good with you, fam? He says I feel Bud will be physically stronger than Spence, in my opinion. Well, tough to say. We'll see, man. You can't really, these are intangibles. You can't really. Nobody has that measurement for real. Prada again. I seen Bud deadlift 405 in street clothes easy. Yeah, bro. I think most people seen them videos. We know the little dude is strong. Strong as hell. So, for his size, I should say. All right. Let's all right. So so this shit is long. This is 15 minutes and 41 seconds long. I'll just pause it and ask for, commentary on it while it's, you know what I'm saying, when I pause it. Fight fam. I'm gonna call this one my first and probably last fantasy matchup fight breakdown until something actually happens between these two. In that case, I'm only considering prime for prime with both fighters at 100%. Terrence Butch, Crawford what up, versus bro? Errol Spence. Let's get straight into it. Fundamentally solid, Spence doesn't do a lot that isn't behind a stiff jab. Errol's jab can pose a real problem for Terrence Crawford. Not exactly the problem that Brook gave him, as Brook's orthodox jab is based off timing. Spence's southpaw jab is a volume jab. Errol throws around 32 jabs per round, which is the most at welterweight. In certain fights, he matches Crawford's total punch output with the jab alone. That means it won't be as accurate, but what it will do is offset rhythm, dictate pace, help control distance, and set up power. Crawford, who has shown to be a rhythm fighter, must first and foremost limit the success or efficiency of Spence's jab to be successful in the fight. Sean Porter was able to make Spence's jab ineffective. Porter did it by controlling distance. He was either just outside range or he was in Errol's chest and inside any extended punch. He also took opportunities to counter the jab, as he often does, to close distance quickly. Crawford has shown the ability to copy the blueprint from the outside.
In my estimation, I think that dog goes up for the challenge.
All right, so this one I made sure it was all southpaws. Now, obviously, they're all old fights because neither one of them's fought a southpaw. Well, Evanesian is a southpaw, but he fought Crawford orthodox for a good majority of that
Switch
fight.
hitters in the game can do it.
But yeah, these are mainly all southpaw versus southpaw look.
He's very smart inside the ring.
By the way, if you're comparing orthodox or closed stance to open stance, you just gotta watch what you're doing. Normally, it just don't make sense. It's just totally different principles, and it just don't go.
Sliding in and out of range, Arrow's outside game has been described as
All
basic,
right, hold
and
on
it
before I get
largely
to that
is, and
part.
I believe is by design. The combination he relies on is basic.
Before I get to that part, let me pause it. Any thoughts from y'all?
None right now. No.
It seems like Crawford handles the jab well. That's what I got out of the video. To be
Well, so obviously Felix Diaz and Julius and Dongo do not have Spence's jab. They don't at all. So I mean, yeah, neither of them dudes is known as good jabbers. So again, it's the X factor in the fight, man. Now, has he shown the ability to do different things to, you know what I mean, block and counter jabs? Of course. But again, it wasn't Spence's jab. It wasn't nowhere near Spence's jab. So we'll see. I mean, again, it's the only thing that can't nobody really tell. All right, let me Prada Pierre, Callum Smith versus Beterbiev in August. Who you got? Beterbiev.
Easy.
I don't know about easy, but Beterbiev, I think he could probably. Callum Smith looked good at 175, so I think for a couple rounds he might look good. Semi outboxing Beterbiev, maybe, but then after that, you already you already know. Tyrone the Gray was good with you, bro. If Crawford slows the pace down in the later rounds, I feel it is over for Spence. Early is Spence, and later is Bud. See, we were just kind of touching on that. How does the ring rust play a factor in that? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see, man. That's kind of tough to decide now. Shit, when I made this film study, I probably would agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Just because Crawford is filling his opponents out early. But the thing about saying, yo, he starts slow is that, yo, does he lose rounds early? If he does, if he's starting slow and not losing rounds, then what are we really talking about?
I think Crawford does lose rounds early.
Well, not according to judges.
Well, my scorecard. I guess that means less than than what the judges do. But I to me, he gives up a lot of rounds. One of the fights that I felt like he gave up a lot of rounds, and it was a lot closer than people remember, is that Benavidez fight.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like he gave away a lot of rounds, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And then he ended up turning it up, and got the stoppage. But
Yeah, he ended up. So I remember the fight very well, but you know, I think I had him losing more rounds than the judges did. The
yeah,
judges didn't have the judges. I think the judges gave him the majority of the early rounds easy.
yeah.
So,
You saw like
but I think by the third round he had figured out that all he had to do was pretty much Spence's game plan and just double up on a jab and make Benavidez shield up and then come attack the body. So by the third round he figured him out, and that's obviously what Danny Garcia just did too.
Yeah, it was like in the 6th round where just Crawford just started winning just every round in that fight until a stoppage.
Yeah. We got one more super chat. Jameson Childress, appreciate it, fam. What's up, Gems? Appreciate you helping teach the science of the sport. Hey, man. Hey, if you know, shit, pass that shit along. Appreciate the super chat, bro. The game isn't the game isn't exactly free anymore, but it is what it is. All right, one more. Virtuoso, appreciate the super chat. Was good, Boxer Gems. I boldly believe Crawford can potentially knock out Spence. By the way, have you done a fight breakdown vid on Inoue versus Fulton? Yeah, that vid's been out for about 2 months now. So you gotta look through the archives for that one, bro. Appreciate the super chat though. Any more thoughts before I move along?
No, you're good.
Actually, Hold on. Kings and Rejects, what's good with you, bro?
What's good?
Are you just all right? So you just chilling, huh?
Yeah, I'm just looking.
All right, my guy Butch, what's good with you, fam?
Salute boxing gents, man. What's up, man? How are you, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing fine. I hope you and your family is alright, man. Salute to everybody else, man. I hope you and your families are alright. Well, I'm glad that we're getting this fight that we deserve as boxing fans. You understand what I'm saying to you? This will clear up a lot of stuff that we've been, you get me, harnessing on for so many years. You know what I'm saying to you? So I'm glad that we're getting what we deserve as fans.
Facts. Yep. Did you have any thoughts on what or at least the film study so far?
Yeah. I'm interested to know how do you think that Errol Spence do you think he can cut off the ring on Buck Crawford?
All right, so I touch on that in this film study. So let me talk about it later.
No problem.
All right.
Sliding in and out of range, Arrow's outside game has been described as basic, and it largely is, and I believe it's by design. The combination he relies on should be very familiar, as anybody who was trained boxing before was trained to step, jab, cross, and the double step, double jab, cross very early on. Solid.
All right, so fanboys got mad at me about that part because I called his offense basic. But what I mean, basic equals fundamentals in boxing. I'm not saying basic as in it sucks or some shit. I'm saying basic. It's he relies on fundamentals, like the shit you learn in the gym, you perfect first in the gym. Anybody that's been to the gym, people like Butch that's on the panel, people like Triggs, who else? All right, so that's all. I don't know if anybody else.
I've been to a gym, but yeah, I got what you said.
Right,
I
fam.
just left the gym.
Exactly. Exactly. So the first shit you're gonna learn, hopefully, if you got some good trainers, the first shit you're gonna learn in the gym is footwork first. Well, stance first, but then footwork. You know what I'm saying? Step back, stepping forward, stepping to the side, either or both sides, double step, reverse shuffle, forward shuffle. Hopefully, that's what they teaching people first now. Hopefully, but maybe not. The second shit you're gonna learn is a jab. The third shit you're gonna learn is like double jabs, crosses, or jab cross. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I was saying right there. I wasn't saying the motherfucker sucks or no shit like that. Fanboys is getting mad as hell. Anyway.
Foundational combinations, but they obviously become predictable at a high level. Plus, if you were trained how to throw these basic combinations, you should have trained just as hard to block or counter them.
Antonio, last night at dinner, you and I were hurt. Cut has been vicious all night. Those are strong words at 147. So many been here in a very awkward kind of style. Hard to get his time around with a solid jab. Now he can land some power.
You could catch Crawford slipping early on in fights, but more on that later. Especially against southpaws, Spence isn't a prolific counterpuncher from the outside. The reverse step cross counters he uses against orthodox fighters in the open stance haven't panned out against fellow southpaws. Arrow has found some success with the reverse half step 1-2, but he's most successful with pull and catch and shoot jab counters. However basic Arrow's outside game is, it's part of a bigger strategy. Methodical in his approach, the mental and physical pressure of boxing basics applied with volume normally break his opponents to the point where Spence is able to step inside relatively safely and go to work, which is where he really shines. Where the outside was basic, the inside is high-level skill. From combination variations, hot pivots surrounding new angles, control, framing, pinning, Arrow has one of the sport's most consistent and best inside games, not to mention one of the sport's most punishing body attacks.
Fight to put it back in.
Go that head control again.
Antonio, Jimmy, percentage of how much vision? 10%. Wow.
Head control off the miss. Sean Porter should have watched.
Spence felt something there as they, after the break for the mouthpiece, he wanted every bit of it.
Ugly combination.
Anything that happens in sparring, that's a rule in the gym.
You see how prolific this shit is compared to his outside game? Here go to framing. I mean, for those who don't know, framing is just immobilizing whatever arm he's framing. Sometimes it's both arms, sometimes it's one. It's just defense and offense built together.
Everybody say, "Oh well."
All right.
Why you firing?
All right. Any thoughts, opinions?
Yeah, you were speaking about the framing. It's going to be interesting to see how Bob Crawford counters, because he likes to counter after he comes off of the rope. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how he deals with that framing and pinning technique from Errol Spence.
Well, if he gets in that position, you know what I'm saying? So if he gets in that position where he's getting framed and pinned, it's already a little late. Like shit, he's in a little bit of trouble if he's in that position.
But Errol Spence, he's going to respect Buzz power. He's going to respect the angles that he's going to be hitting him from, either with a right cross or either with a left uppercut. Because Bud's deadliest weapon, you could possibly say, is the left uppercut.
Yeah, I think Bud's going to try to hit a lot of hooks and uppercuts this fight, especially when Spence tries to get inside.
Got you. That's it?
Yeah.
All right. Blind Faye, appreciate the super chat. Salute gems. Both camps are loaded. Which is better? I don't even know how to answer that. Both camps are loaded. Which is better? You mean like the stable? I don't know. I don't know if you mean like the stable or the trainers or. I mean, so let me just let you know the trainers, bro. Which is better? I don't know, man. Look, man, the trainer gonna look good if he got a thoroughbred. Period. Period. I mean, if the trainer got a thoroughbred, trainer gonna look good, man. Because
that's when you're talking to the casuals, Mr. Boxing Gems, because they say, "Oh, Derek James has Jamel Charlo undisputed. Oh, he has Anthony Joshua now. He's got these guys. He's better than Bomac. Bomac's only got Bob Crawford, man. Bomac doesn't do anything in the ring, boy. Come on."
Yeah, but who built Jamel Charlo? That was Ronnie
Shields. Exactly. Ronnie Shields.
You know what I'm saying? So and who was let's say Frank Martin before he became trained by Derrick James? He was a fucking Golden Glove champ. I mean, it's a very athletic Golden Glove champ, a little older, but shit, that could mean a little wise. He started boxing late, but I'm saying. Yeah, who's the better trainers? Hey, bro, that's a tough question.
Do you think Jamel made some more improvements when he went with Derek?
Of course, fam. But everybody's gonna improve over the years. I mean, it's been years since he's been with Ronnie Shields. So, everybody's gonna improve. But
he was a boxer then. He became a wrecking ball machine when he became Derrick James. He was a boxer when he was Ronnie Shields. I kind of liked Charlo back in the day with Ronnie Shields because he was more relied on his fundamentals. Nowadays, he relies on his athleticism, his explosiveness. You know what I'm saying?
He relies on his power a lot. Yeah. Agreed. But he be getting motherfuckers out of there.
Correct.
He also had Joan Guzman, who's a fantastic fighter back in his day as an assistant trainer. He's actually currently in Houston right now training him. Because we all know what's his name. This guy lives in Dallas. James lives in Dallas, but Guzman is currently in Houston training him, keeping him in shape. Working on certain fundamentals while they wait for an opponent.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So yes, a lot of fighters in both camps to spar with. Does that make a difference for Spence? But no, they definitely can't replicate each other in their own camps in sparring.
You know who I think would be good sparring for Crawford? Not that just because they're both power punching southpaws. Elvis Rodriguez will be good for.
Best dude to spar for Crawford is Boots.
Man, I was gonna say the best
I
dude
was saying
for
to spar
Spence
for
was
Spence.
Boots.
Like,
No. That's what I mean. That's the best dude for Spence to spar for Crawford is Boots.
Bro, I've been saying that for a couple months now too. I was like, man, if that fight actually happens, Spence need to start sparring Boots. That'd be perfect.
But Boots wouldn't do it unless
Boots
they paid him a mint.
I was saying for Elvis Rodriguez to spar Crawford in preparation for Spence. I don't know if
I hear you on that. Yeah, they gotta nah, nah.
No?
Nah. You know what? I know it would probably be good sparring for preparation, but I was gonna say they kind of look the same, but not really though.
No, I was more saying about the inside because that's
Charles Conwell. You should go get some work from Charles Conwell. It'll be a good.
I think Bud sparring Shakur is some
That would be a
work.
good idea. Charles Conwell, yeah, because Charles Conwell, I ate on the inside for real.
I mean, hopefully they show us in their behind the scenes who they spar in these camps.
Well, if it's light sparring, shit, Shakur would be good.
Yeah, I said that. I don't know if you heard. I said like a second ago. I said Shakur's pretty
I
good work.
ain't hear you, bro.
But yeah, you
I
good.
ain't hear you.
Yeah, Shakur's pretty good work for Bud in preparation for Spence.
Yeah, Shakur knew how to do all that guard manipulation, control shit
good
on the
jab.
inside.
Shakur's inside game is pretty good. I've been watching lately. He got some great game. Yeah.
Now, again, it couldn't be heavy sparring, but if it's light sparring and it's just going through the motions of, you know what I'm saying, positioning and dealing with frames and controls on the inside, then yeah, that'll be good sparring. But, I think they spar a decent amount of times already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, still on that question with the camps, I would say what's Keyshawn's brother's name?
Kelvin.
Kelvin, if he had a better jab, that would be cool. Because he's a long ass dude. Southpaw. He would just need to present a volume jab, which I'm sure he could mimic, but obviously it ain't gonna be Errol Spence's jab. XO Factory, what's good with you, my brother?
Jim's, what's good with you, bro?
Been a minute. What's good?
I know, man. Just coming through, showing some love, bro, man. I seen you on, man. So let me drop through and show my bro some love. Been a minute. Shout out to the brothers on the panel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You got some thoughts? You been listening in? You just joined?
Oh, I actually just joined. You know what I'm saying? I just got in the house and I clicked on YouTube. I seen John. I said, let me holler at my brother, man, see what's going on.
Oh, yeah, shit. I bet the majority of us are on tonight talking about this shit.
You already know that shit, man. But I did have a question though. I want to ask the panel.
Go ahead.
So if Terrence Crawford go ahead and win this fight, he beat Errol Spence and he becomes 2-time undisputed. Where do y'all have him ranked among the greats?
The greats?
2-time undisputed. He beats Errol
Definitely
Spence.
number one.
Number one?
What?
Number one pound for pound.
Definitely. No, the greats, bro. All-time greats. All-time greats. All-time greats.
He will be 2 times undisputed.
No, he'll be bro. 2-time undisputed. You automatically solidified number one pound for pound.
I wouldn't agree with it, but yeah, I'll let you continue.
You wouldn't agree with number one pound for pound right now?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Who would be?
Real? I think if Inoue beats Fulton, which I'm predicting he does, I think his absolute dominance is unmatched in the sport. You can't keep knocking the second round and not get credit for it.
Listen, I'm rooting for Spence in this fight, but I think 10 fight knockout streak, beating someone who's never been beat before. I think that would put Crawford back in the number one spot.
Yeah, I mean, Fulton's never been beat before as well, and he's the lineal 122 pounder.
But yeah, the
Inouye,
thing with Spence is
But
number 3, 4, or 5 on the pound for pound list, so you gotta take that into consideration.
you know what it is? I really base off resume. That's so like
And no, trust me, I right now I got
Yes.
Usyk and Inoue is number 1 and 2 on pound for pound. So trust me, I'm not you got a good argument. I just think if Bud wins this fight,
I just think if he becomes 2 times undisputed, man, you know what I'm saying?
Look, so we're not gonna argue about pound for pound list because obviously that's subjective as fuck.
that's all opinion.
But we don't know anybody's criteria. We don't know how y'all, really put together y'all list. You know what I'm saying? And that includes the major networks and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think most of the major networks just put that shit to like a matter of fact, I know for a fact ESPN puts that shit to a point system for a whole bunch of writers. You know what I'm saying? They see who has the most points out of like different categories that they judge them on, like a 10-point system. So even that shit is it's super subjective. But so we can't argue about pound for pound list, but I would think if your pound for pound list qualifications or yeah, if your pound for pound list includes accolades, then 2-time undisputed in the 4-belt era as a first in men's boxing, that's got to put Bud number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree, but I see your point, and I'm definitely can see where you get there, but I would disagree.
I got you. But all right. Well, fuck it. We ain't gonna argue about it.
That's why I let it go, because you didn't want to argue. That's why I let it go.
All right. What's your criteria?
I like resume and as far as like dominance. So like
homie.
So like let's look at Crawford's wins, right? I feel like Inouye got better wins, and then when you add on top of it, a lot of times Bud will be losing fights, and then he'll come and get the knockout. Like Inouye's wiping dudes out. He's
Broadway. That's just factually inaccurate, though.
Yeah, really.
How is that factually inaccurate?
Because Bud never been losing a fight, then came and knocked the dude out. He literally never was losing the fight that he knocked the guy out in.
I'm talking about for my scorecard. Like again.
Oh, okay. All right. So
subjective.
Right. No, but either way, even if you want to say he was never losing a fight, his fights are a lot more competitive than Inouye's fights. There's no debating that. Yo, you saw how Inouye ran through that tournament?
I agree with you, but Crawford. So do you think Crawford been in a close fight?
Yeah, I do. I mean, he eventually gets the stoppage, so it's kind of subjective. Like,
all right. So, but which fights did you think was close?
I thought the Benavidez fight was close. I thought the Porter fight was close. Those are 2 that come off the top of my head that were close.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's your opinion on your scorecard. So,
yeah.
I mean, other people might have different opinions. I think I had Porter Crawford 6-3 before the knockout. Yeah, I think I had Benavidez Crawford like 8-3.
I thought it was a lot closer than that. Now, I had Crawford winning 5-4 against Porter, which is he was winning, but it was a close fight. And then in the Benavidez fight, I don't remember my scorecard, but I remember, it was the last round, so I was like, I don't know who's gonna win this decision. I literally remember thinking that at the last round, up until we got the stoppage.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a fight to me.
Yeah, I saw a different fight then.
Yeah, no, but my thing is that Inouye's knocking people out early, like first round, second round, dominant decisions, like how he had against he won 10-2 in that fight and dropped him, and then he comes back, rematches him after the Donaire gets a belt and knocks him out in 2 rounds. It's like, yo, this guy's just running through people. He's never been in a competitive fight.
Yeah, no, I give him a lot of credit for that Donaire win. Donaire is a Hall of Famer, and obviously, since he came back and won a belt, he was still, a highly skilled fighter and a highly effective fighter. So I give him a lot of credit for that for sure.
Yeah.
But that's I mean, so but who else though?
Who else? What?
Who else do you give Inoue a lot of credit for beating?
Oh, I mean, that Payano win is a good win. I know a lot of people may not follow the little guys as much, but Payano had good wins. Emmanuel Rodriguez may be the best 118 currently, and he knocked him out in 2 rounds, broke his nose.
I was very impressed with the Emmanuel Rodriguez fight because Emmanuel Rodriguez has been tough as fuck for everybody else.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He literally broke the guy's nose. His nose was pouring blood all over the ring, and he did it in 2 rounds. It's like, I don't know. Like, at some point, I got to start giving this guy credit for just destroying guys.
Yeah.
I hear you on that.
But you got a good argument. I'm not. I just, we just see.
No, that's not, bro. I don't even have a pound for pound list. That's why I said I don't give a fuck about arguing about it.
Yeah,
So,
no. That's why I let it go. But you brought it up, back
I'm
up.
just,
So I was like,
yeah,
fuck
I'm
it.
just saying if accolades is strong on your criteria, then the first 2-time undisputed champion in the 4-belt era, it's got to mean something special.
It does mean something to me, but I the 2 things I value most on a pound for pound list is resume and dominance, and I in that order as well. So if you dominating guys, especially also the top guys in your division, that lets me know that, like, when Inouye fights them, he dominates all of them, but when they fight each other, it's all competitive fights. So it's like this guy is like 2-3 classes ahead of his contemporaries, and now he's moving up in weight.
I hear you.
The number 1 guy. Let's see how he looks against Fulton.
But you would have to say that's Crawford at 142 though, right?
At 140, yes, he did have a really good run at 140. I'm not saying Crawford's a bum. We all know Crawford's a world-class fighter, and it's just I just don't see the kind of dominance that Nui's had.
I hear that.
Nui's scoring early knockouts.
I hear that. Yep. All right, let me get some of these super chats. Joel Wilson, appreciate the super chat. When I watch Spence, he seems very one pace, not much change of speed. I just don't see how he avoids the powerful counters of Crawford over 12 rounds. So against orthodox fighters, he definitely changes the speed on his jab. He'll probe, he'll paw, he'll throw the stiff jab, the volume jab. So against orthodox fighters, definitely. Against southpaws, not so much. Not so much because it's not the same jab joust. You know what I'm saying? Open stance, orthodox versus southpaw. The lead hand is used in a jab battle in the highest levels of boxing. So he'll knock down his opponent's lead hand and come in. He'll paw it. He'll do a lot of shit in the open stance, but in the closed stance, it's just straight to the opponent or not. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't change up speed much in the closed stance, but he does in the open stance. So what's this fight going to be? I guess it's going to be closed stance, southpaw versus southpaw. But who really knows? Yeah, that's it. Who knows?
James.
Yo.
So I hear a lot of people talking about this fight, and from what I get from people, I guess they saying that when they get in this fight, it's gonna be like a brawl or something like that. If they just gonna go at each other, I think it's gonna be
Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's gonna be more technical. I think it's gonna be more of a chess match. I think it's gonna be more. I see Earl Spence working, fighting a lot different fight than he usually fight. I see him fight more behind his jab than he, than he was, because he knows Crawford is a counter puncher. He knows that he sets you up. He knows that his timing is, and Crawford knows a lot about him. So I think it's gonna be more of a chess match than anything that, what I hear these guys saying around on YouTube.
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, normally when you get so same shit was said about Pacquiao Mayweather, bro. That motherfuckers really thought that was gonna be some type of war,
right,
leading up to that fight. I don't know why. I have no clue, but that's basically casual fans just looking at it like, yo, this is a
Two
huge
big,
fight. It's two of the
two big
best.
names.
I guess it should be, bro. What two of the best usually means is a technical fight,
Right.
and I mean, that's just it. Just is what it is. That's just, I mean, especially Pacquiao Mayweather. God damn, I don't know why they was fooled on that one. But all right, Muhammad, appreciate the super chat. I just had to say this, but these all access episodes for this TC versus Spence fight are about to be crazy. Again, I talked about that earlier, bro. Why do y'all think that? It's two dry ass personalities.
One thing I will say is I think the press conference is going to be a lot more entertaining than we think, because both of these
I
dudes
hope so.
are prideful people, and I feel
Somebody
like
got to talk shit. I mean,
yeah,
if somebody talks shit, then yeah, then we gonna get some shit
See,
because they
as
both
a
talk shit great
as a
when provoked.
boxing
I think
fan,
Spence gonna say something and Buzz his ears gonna perk up like what you said, and then it's gonna
All
get
right,
go
so
back.
yeah, that'll be good if they do it.
as a
I
boxing
think it
fan,
happens.
I'm interested in both the behind the scenes. Honestly, I mean, I get, for the casuals, they're not going to be interested because they're, the personalities. But for me personally, I like watching both of their behind the scenes and the way they carry
Well,
themselves.
all right, so there's a certain. All right, so I think casuals will be a little interested because all the hardcores are gonna flock to it.
Yeah, be
We are
talking.
flocking to it, bro. It's gonna be a big event. It's gonna be a big event. So, and plus, I've talked to casuals throughout the years that was all talking about the fight and just mad that it wasn't made. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they was saying boxing is dead, boxing is dying. Why Spence Crawford ain't fighting? So, they finally fighting. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, this is gonna be in barbershop conversations.
Yeah, this fight is big. This is big. I think
I hope it is a
more
lot of
more
fun shit.
casuals know about it than we think. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
they I know this is a big fight because they discuss it on First Take with Stephen A. Smith, and they discuss it on Undisputed.
Shannon Sharp and Skip. Yeah.
Yeah, so those audience are like a bunch of sports audience, and maybe they don't know what big fights and oh shit, Skip and Shannon talk about it. Stephen A's talking about it. You know what? I'll buy this one paper because they're saying it's gonna be such a good fight.
Exactly. They'll see two undefeated guys and be like, oh, this must be a good fight.
And it's for Undisputed, and it's in the
That's
Glamour
what got me in
division.
the UFC. One time I was just chilling and I just saw this, advertisement for I forgot what fight it was. I was like, oh shit, I'll check this out. That's all it takes, really.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I mean, if they're smart, so all right, they can't really do it like Ryan Garcia Tank because a lot of that shit was social media advertising. They gotta put some commercials out, or something. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
they gotta sponsor a motherfucker like Boxing Gems. So, but or Broadway Joel, you know what I mean? They got to sponsor these YouTube channels because we got boxing on our back right now.
Hey, listen,
If you don't believe it, you better
Twitter.
believe it.
I don't know if you're on boxing Twitter, but boxing Twitter is doing their job of making sure this fight is known.
Yo,
Good.
Gems, you speaking facts right now. Like
I already know, fam.
Yeah, like I want to get on the Boxing Writers Association, but then I was started realizing I'm like, yo, I don't need no validation from these dudes, man. The boxers know me. The boxers, they fuck with me. They know what the work I'm putting in,
bruh.
like,
Bruh, some YouTubers have more followers than Dan Raphael, Mike Coppinger, bro. So that's what I'm saying. So this is a side note like a motherfucker, but content creators, especially honest content creators, boxing is on your back, bro. It's on your back, man.
I pretty much
American boxing at least.
Nah, that's real shit. I got a really in-depth interview with Jim Lampley. If you guys haven't checked that out, go check it out. Where he talks about from the time he was born all the way to what he's doing present. No, there's no other content. There's no other writer doing that shit. And if they did it, nobody's reading it. People, I actually have a following. Same thing with Raymond Murataya. Nobody's interviewing that kid. I did his whole life story, interviewed him and clipped it up and put it out in pieces. And that interview may not mean much now because he's, now he's a contender, but was just a prospect at the time. In 2 to 4 or 5 years, when he's a champion and he's somebody who, oh shit, this guy got the interview already, and you could get to see him talk about his life story. So I look at shit like that. Like, I'm documenting history and I'm doing my part in keeping this sport afloat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, yo, salute to you for it, fam. Because this shit needs it.
I appreciate you. And salute to you too. I'll be learning shit from here. So salute to you too.
Appreciate you, fam.
If these guys, man, let their personality shine like behind the scenes, we got a glimpse of it at the hooker fight. You know what I'm saying? If they let their personality shine, they just be natural with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it can be fun. For real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, let me get these super chats out the way so I can continue with this damn video. we like 3 minutes in of a 15-minute video. El the Dragon, appreciate the super chat. Bud, one of pound for pound skilled fighters, but at what point does skill reach an inflection point where size, weight class matters? Which bigger fighter Bud lose to? Holy shit. You should have bought a bigger super chat. He tried to squeeze a whole bunch of shit into that. All right, let me read that again. All right, so So Crawford's been at 147. So obviously, bro, everybody Crawford's fought, it has been Spence size except Sean Porter. And Sean Porter is obviously short and stumpy. So I mean, Sean Porter started off at 154. You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody else has been Spence's size. So 147 ain't gonna be his limit.
Yeah,
I mean,
Sean Porter actually started at 168, believe it or not.
Oh shit! See, goddamn. I mean, I know he fought what, Usyk, right? No,
He fought Usyk.
He fought Usyk in the amateurs, right?
Yep.
Right. So that's how big Sean Porter is. Pause. But so 147 is not the answer to your question. Perhaps 154. I don't know, fam. I mean, that's a if I get what you're trying to ask, that's a tough question to answer. We'll have to see how does his skills translate. And plus, he's 35 years old. So I mean, how much more time does he have? I don't know. All right. Bruce Leroy, appreciate the super chat. Are y'all aware that EJ stopped Bud in sparring? Bro, you're not aware that happened because it didn't happen. What?
Yeah, they be coming up with anything now.
Bruh, yeah, bruh, that didn't happen, man. Whoever told you that is lying.
Thanks for the super chat.
Dirty Red, appreciate the super chat. I think if EJ fights a different fight, he will lose. If he wants to beat Bud, he has to be himself. If he tries to outbox Bud, he's gonna get pieced up. Yeah, I wouldn't try to outbox Bud if I was EJ. I would definitely be yourself for sure. You bring your best attributes to the biggest fight. You don't try to learn no new shit and try to implement it in against your best opponent. Facts. Blind Faith. Greg Hackett said Ennis is training for a fight in July, but didn't say card. You think he co-mains this card with Isak Cruz or maybe him, a main event? Probably not, because they don't have to build this card up.
Roman Villa said he has an interim fight title on July 15th. So I'm guessing that's what it is.
I'm hearing that July 15 Boots versus Villa in
Yeah.
Atlantic City.
That makes sense. And
Yeah,
that's the main event, right?
Main event, yes. And
I mean, I think Villa gets his ass whooped, but yeah, cool. At least we get some clarification. This fight is our era's Ali versus Frazier Foreman. No. No, it's not.
Sorry, I think this fight's gonna be a lot like Sugar Ray versus Hagler. I think that's how the fight is gonna play out.
More like Hearns and
Yeah,
Hagler.
yeah. Okay, Sugar Ray Hearns.
Neither one of these people should be.
Because I just want Hagler
I
was
don't
Hagler
like-
was relentless with his pressure. What's his name? Sugar Ray was just trying to counter. Fighting flurries.
I think more of Hagler, Hearns when I think of Crawford.
Well, the problem with
No, I'm talking
Sugar
about
Ray
the Crawford versus
Hagler.
Spence fight. That's what I.
No, I'm saying the problem with SRL and Hagler is SRL was retired, and then he fought Hagler.
I mean, is a 15-month layoff considered retired?
I'm just saying that fight for me. When I watched that fight was, in my opinion, more exciting than Hagler versus Hearns. That's just my opinion. That's just mine. Don't kill me.
Which one? Oh, Sugar Ray. Okay.
Yeah, Sugar Ray versus Hagler.
You like what you like, fam. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Can't nobody kill you for your
I
opinion.
mean, Crawford's more like Hearns, ain't he? Wouldn't that be a better?
Well, with the switch, yeah, but like the pressure and the behind.
Hearns didn't switch. Hagler switched.
No, I meant Hagler. Yeah, we getting the H's confused. Yeah, Hagler. I was talking about Hagler.
No, with the long limbs and everything, knockout power in both hands. Like that's more of Crawford.
Yeah, very versatile. Yeah. I mean,
saying,
yeah.
I think
aside from the switch hitting, yeah.
I think that's how the fight plays out, though. That's
neither one of these dudes is Leonard.
But Ali versus Frazier Foreman, god damn, bro, you talking about? I don't know about that, man.
That was a national event at the time. I think the whole country stopped.
You just can't compare this era to that era.
Yeah,
like that's when boxing was super mainstream.
Yeah,
number one.
It was probably the second or third most popular sport after.
My mom and grandma used to watch it like crazy back then. They don't even watch it now.
Yeah. Hey, Flacco Katie, appreciate the super chat. Your channel really growing, bro. Congrats. I appreciate that, fam. Yeah. We'll see what it does when this shit go behind a paywall. But
yeah, 470 people tuning into your live. You don't really see that much.
Facts. Spence versus Crawford is sponsored by McCormick Fish Fry. All right. Okay, cool. So you got Crawford. Bet. All right. Let's continue this shit, man. Finally. I don't think nobody remembers I was even doing this shit. I'm sure it's 100 new people in here that knew what this shit was about. But anyway.
For the first time in his career.
Everybody say, "Oh well, why you throwing fire with fire when you can just outbox them?" Because I love it. I love that. You know what I mean? You push, I'm gonna push. You hit me hard, I'm gonna hit you even harder, and let's see who can last.
While Crawford's inside game is largely underrated as he has shown high-level skill himself, it's inconsistent in comparison as we have seen Crawford opt to forego boxing skill and defensive responsibility and turn his inside sequences into brawls.
All right, real quick.
I'm gonna hit you even harder, and let's see who can last.
Let me just do this real quick. All right, pivot to an angle, pull, frame, duck, block, use controls. Like, bro, that's all high level inside shit. I understand that people don't recognize Crawford fighting on the inside, but when he does fight on the inside, if he shows you some high level shit, if you know boxing, if you don't know boxing, bro, you need to just listen and not talk. But if you know boxing and you see him doing that shit, you know he has a high level inside game. Is it Spence level? Hell no, it's not. But he's got it.
I believe a more disciplined and naturally bigger Spence would likely dominate an inside fight with Crawford.
From the southpaw to the orthodox stand.
Once he feel it, he'll go to it.
You're not asking him for it?
No.
I know a little something about that. Listen, I know a little something about that, and that's what we're seeing from Crawford tonight. From Kaviaskis.
Crawford ends up in this high guard, just taking punches like Ugas. He's gonna get his ass whooped.
If I do anything different,
Look at that. That's what you got to do right there.
Punch combination from the chip. Oh, and Kaviaskis comes back and lands a combination. So,
However, Versus Crawford, the challenge is getting to the inside. In his fights versus fellow champions, he isn't known to play around. All of Errol's opponents so far have had one or more of these three attributes in common. Either they defaulted and relied on the high guard as their primary defensive system, they've been relatively flat footed, or they volunteered the inside because they were inside fighters themselves. Crawford has none of those attributes. His bread and butter as a southpaw is fighting off the back foot, counterpunching. But even before opponents get Crawford countering, you have to deal with one.
All right, you know what? Let me pause it. Look, is there anybody? God damn it! I just fucked up my screen. Fuck. All right. Anyway, is there anybody on the panel that thinks Crawford beats Spence on the inside?
If it becomes like a ego thing, maybe.
I don't. Wait. If it becomes an ego thing, Crawford beats Spence on the inside.
No, I mean like. Oh, I thought you were asking would he fight on the inside?
No.
Oh.
Does anybody on the panel think Crawford beats Spence if it's a majority inside fight?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Nobody. All right, bet. So we don't even got to discuss it like that. And that was my that was kind of my point in the film study. Like, bro, that's not really even a discussion. But let's see.
One of the sport's slickest technicians. Crawford's boxing IQ, athleticism, and timing make him one of the best lead attackers as well. As well. IQ, you have to off the back foot, counter none of those attributes. His bread and butter as a southpaw is fighting off the back foot, counterpunching. But even before opponents get Crawford countering, you have to deal with one of the sport's slickest technicians. Crawford's boxing IQ, athleticism, and timing make him one of the best lead attackers as well.
Up jabs. Just showing the up jab. Up jab. Lead power.
Here you see Crawford land a beautiful overhand left at the beginning of the round. That took all.
Overhand left.
Flashy, he's content to go to work. That's what he's done for 6 rounds.
Yeah, the point of this, look, so since I conceded the inside for Spence, since everybody pretty much concedes the inside.
Spence uses an interesting defensive tactic called elbow shields, widely used in Muay Thai. The mechanics of the elbow shield consist of the glove glued to or rotating the top.
Yeah, so the point of it was, since I conceded the inside to Spence, and everybody agrees that Spence wins an inside fight, I felt it more appropriate to explain why Crawford is better on the outside. And that's all this shit was about.
Spence uses an interesting defensive tactic called elbow shields, widely used in Muay Thai. The mechanics of the elbow shield consist of the glove glued to or rotating the top of the head, while the elbow is up to deflect either the hook or the straight. Arrow tends to turn his head slightly to absorb the blow as well. The issue is, Arrow uses the elbow shield with the lead hand glove against southpaws, so it defends against back hands, while he tries to parry with the left glove. The right glove still has openings for wide backhand hooks to the ear, possible openings to the face depending on trajectory, and then of course if you're a southpaw and your right hand is in an elbow shield, you're leaving a gaping hole directly exposing your liver. Since Errol tries to parry with the backhand left glove, when he turns his head to absorb the backhand blow, he can easily lose sight of a swivel jab that possibly comes behind the backhand. Everybody understood that?
Yeah.
Play it over for the chat. You're leaving a gaping hole directly exposed. Southpaw, possible openings. The right glove defends, arrows to turn, while next to the elbow tactic called. Spence uses an interesting defensive tactic called elbow shields, widely used in Muay Thai. The mechanics of the elbow shield consist of the glove glued to or rotating the top of the head, while the elbow is up to deflect either the hook or the straight. Errol tends to turn his head slightly to absorb the blow as well. The issue is, Errol uses the elbow shield with the lead hand glove against southpaws, so it defends against backhands while he tries to parry with the left glove. The right glove still has openings for wide backhand hooks to the ear, possible openings to the face depending on trajectory, and then of course if you're a southpaw and your right hand is in an elbow shield, you're leaving a gaping hole directly exposing your liver. Since Errol tries to parry with the backhand left glove, when he turns his head to absorb the backhand blow, he can easily lose sight of a swivel jab that possibly comes behind the backhand. All right. Questions, concerns, comments? Nobody. All right. Everybody understood. Okay, cool. Matter of fact, let me look at the chat real quick. See if they're not saying nothing. Text Rock, what's good with you, bro? Wolf Trey, I see you. Crawford swivel jab is nuts. Spade up was good. What if Bud does beat Spence on the inside? Then we'll all be impressed.
If he does that, he wins the fight, in my opinion.
I mean, we'll all be impressed, bro. Nobody believes he could do it. So if he does it, we'll be impressed. If he doesn't, then we told you. Panel speechless. He's got a puncher's chance on the inside. Appreciate that, Scullo. Corey, the movie junkie, appreciate the super chat. I think Crawford wins by going to the body. Interesting. Perhaps.
Hey, James, I'm gonna have to let you go. Thanks for the panel. Have a good one.
All right, bro. Be easy.
Everyone else, take care too. Nice talking with y'all.
Have a good one, my brother. God bless.
All right, let me keep going. The cross swivel jab, Crawford's specialty. Elbow shield getting beat on trajectory.
Spence is thinking about hurting him now. You know the game from something to admire. Now goes to the body. This Errol Spence.
Oh.
Remembering the commonalities of Errol's past opponents, it's important to mention that Errol belongs in that group as well. Errol tends to default to high guards and doesn't have the quickest feet or great head movement to evade. Like Spence, Crawford has also come out using a volume jab, forcing his opponents to shell up so he can exploit the openings around the high guard. All right, let me say real quick, the difference between Crawford and Spence in that
is Spence usually stays in a 50-50 position or an equal position. He usually stays on the line doing it. Straight forward, straight back. You just saw Crawford doing it in a circular motion like we seen a lot of
Like
old hold on, let me just mute it. Like we seen a lot of, like we seen a lot of old school fighters do. Circle jabs. What it's doing, what it's doing, what it ends up doing is it ends up freezing your opponent's positioning to give you the angle. So you step right with the jab, and it freezes your opponent's positioning, his feet. So you have the angle on them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter strong side or weak side angle, or the angle towards the backhand or the angle towards the lead hand. That's strong side is backhand, lead hand is weak hand, or is lead hand is jab hand. But it doesn't matter which angle you have. But if you keep the distance and positioning, you expose the center line on the strong side, and you'll be at the weak side angle on the weak side. So Crawford does it with a jab circling. Spence does it with a jab straight forward. And this is what I'm talking about. Circling to the right, froze him, high guard, froze him, high guard. See how his feet froze? You see where Diaz's feet are? That shit is nowhere near heel. Like he's completely squared right now to Crawford. And Crawford's landing behind the guard because he has the angle.
Is that something Crawford's making him do, or is that a flaw? Yes.
No. That's so again. You circle jab. You circle jab. You're gonna end up freezing your opponent's feet unless they're used to it. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're experienced enough to deal with it. Now, what Diaz could have did was he could have took a step back. He could have took a step back. He could have did a lot of shit, but he didn't do that. If you're not taking a step back, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up defending the jab and not moving your feet and forgetting to move your feet. So you're going to end up squared just like this. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
Yeah. So when you end up squared, your center line's exposed, and he's in the high guard. So obviously you could punch behind the high guard with hooks up the middle because the center line's exposed, whatever. So hopefully everybody understands what I'm talking about. Let's analyze a new film. Give me a southpaw that both of them fought. Terrell, bro, know what you're talking about before you talk. Anyway. Just exposing a high guard because Spence likes to default to high guards.
Charakterystyczne dla boksu. Tak, Crawford jest też typem pięściarza, który dosyć ma mocne lewe sierpowe. No teraz najlepszy pomysł szarpać się ataku, że te bomby mają wymowę. To muszą wejść cel. To świetnie. Teraz dwie, trzy akcje Crawforda, który wysyłał sił, uderzył luz. No nawet postał, który Diaza i trafia Diaz. Da się niewygodny rywal.
All right. That whole segment was about exposing a high guard. Any thoughts on the panel? All right. Yeah, damn. The whole panel sleep.
Nah, I ain't sleeping. I just don't got a question.
Butch, no thoughts? You still with me, bro? I guess not. Dirk, no thoughts?
No, sir.
Michael.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm good.
God damn. Look, man. Anybody, all right, let me put this invite out, man. Everybody that's talking goofy. Whoever said let's go to new film, come on up here so I can entertain the rest of my comment section by heating the shit out of you. Come on up. Get embarrassed. I'm gonna wait for a good 10 seconds. I bet. So we'll continue on. Early in fights, Crawford's flaws have been long exposed. Sometimes he backs out in straight lines. He tends to drop his backhand, and he is susceptible to mistaking what's coming at him, countering and getting caught. But as the rounds go by and Crawford downloads the spacing and his opponent's timing, it's trouble. Spence would have to deal with his first elite back foot counterpuncher with the added consequences of his head staying on the line when he attacks and getting stuck on the front foot after he throws his backhand.
Co by to zamykane. Jednak Diaz, ale teraz pięknie. Tam coraz większe problemy ma Diaz. No ale teraz widzieć, ale na to się zanosi. No właśnie. Nie?
Basically just showing all shots off the back foot, opponent coming in on the line or getting stuck on the front foot.
Użyli szkoleniu ma taki instynkt, czuje, gdy trafi zawodnika, potrafi przyspieszyć, na pewno. No i coraz częściej powie na ten mocny lewy sierpowy.
Southpaw opponent. Not just any new fight, because I know what I'm talking about. And now compare orthodox fighters to southpaws. Crawford's counterpunching ability combined with his movement and athleticism make it a real challenge to cut off the ring. Even the quick feet of Sean Porter couldn't exactly cut off the ring and corner Crawford in. On top of that, when Crawford does get stuck on the ropes, he's also great at smothering, clinching, and turning his opponents, which gives him the real estate to move all over again.
Żeby maksymalnie obniżał pozycję w tym ataku i wtedy dopiero szukał swojej szansy.
There it is. Good eye, Tim.
Jak na razie tylko ta jedna porażka z Petersonem, z bardzo dobrym zawodnikiem. I później swoim mocnym lewym stara się uderzyć. Crawford jak na razie 70%. Chce mi łapać Diaza, trafia czysto Crawford. Tak, Crawford Diaz tych uderzeń nie widzi. Taki cykl jest celowy, bo jak trafi idealnie w punkt i w tempo, to będzie po wszystkim.
Round by round, this fight will be dictated. Thoughts on the panel?
Yeah, yo, man, seeing it in succession, man, Crawford is just really, really elite, backing up while throwing punches. It's
again, if not the best.
No, yeah, if not the best, he's definitely one of the best. I would agree with that currently right now. Nah, man, and listen, I'll be honest, I had Spence winning. Going into this, now I'm a little on the fence on it because seeing how Spence sometimes lacks bringing back that hand, and also sometimes I don't want to say fall out of balance, but like I guess it's, for lack of a better word, falls out of balance a little bit when he misses. seeing Crawford just backing up and just throwing punches as he's backing up, I think it could be a lot of trouble for Spence, man. I don't know. I'm on the fence now as to who I'm picking based off, these videos we've been watching.
Right. So I mean, it's always why I lean Crawford, but again, we don't again. So the X factor is that jab. We don't know how that's gonna work out. And also another X factor is Crawford's bravado and ego. If he decides to fight that firefight, bro, I got Spence.
Yeah, and it's hard to predict. Hard to predict.
But if he's off that back foot, fam, he's using them simple step backs and step arounds, and he's counter punching, and Spence is reaching, bro, Crawford might knock him out.
Yeah, I can see why you see that. It's a tough one because it's hard to predict someone's temperament.
Mm-hmm.
Like
intangibles. You can't measure.
We've seen Bud fight off the back foot a whole fight. I don't know if you remember the Paul Stoll fight. He boxed in the back foot for 11 rounds, and then in the 12th round,
it was really all lateral movement. It wasn't exactly the back foot, but it was lateral movement. Yeah.
Yeah. What I meant more so is like, he fought more boxing as opposed to trading and brawling.
Yeah, true.
So up until the last.
Joel, real quick, let me say this real quick. I don't think he has that anymore. I think he's a little too old to do that shit now. But but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. This is interesting, and maybe him aging a little bit made the fight is gonna make the fight a little bit more entertaining. If he's saying he don't got the legs for it anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he has the legs for all that no more. Nah, but he doesn't really need it. He doesn't really need it. Like so the simple step backs I was showing in the video are the simple step backs that Ugas was doing. Except Ugas don't have a real pivot game. And Crawford does. He still does. He had it against Porter. But go ahead.
But I don't know. I feel like with the temperament thing is going to be a major part because it's just like you got to think like his temperament, regardless, prior to how he is with other opponents. Now it's because of Spence. He felt like they done put him through the ringer to get the fight done. All these people are watching. People been saying he's ducking for all these years. I feel like Crawford's gonna lean towards wanting to show, like, yeah, I'm that dog. There's a reason why he didn't want to fight me. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, if that's the case, then I mean he might drown on that. So I mean that's what I'm saying. If that's the case, then shit, pride and ego gonna get you hurt. Possibly. Like I said, man, if it turns out to be an inside fight, I think Crawford only has a puncher's chance.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like Crawford feels. I don't know. I feel like Crawford's gonna, with all the things that happened to it to lead up to the fight, he's gonna feel like he needs to put or show that he you know what I mean, push the fight. Like I don't feel like he will want to do a performance to where he'll just want to comfortably fight off the back foot type of thing. I feel like he wants to show like I'm a dog him type. You know what I mean? I feel like that's going to be the type of energy he's going to be on.
You showed the clip, James. He says, "When you hit me, I'm gonna hit you harder."
Yeah, facts.
We gonna see who gonna last.
Facts. Yeah, I did. I showed it on purpose. Like, bro, it's I showed it on purpose to say if it turns into that, then I got Spence on an inside fight.
Yeah, you remember that clip of Crawford sparring Carlos Adames, where basically he would just let dude tee off on him, and then he would just
yeah.
Yeah.
His ass and yeah. I remember all that.
Yeah, that's the type of dude he is. So who knows? We're gonna see.
Matter of fact, I have the clip from before that when he was sparring the other dude. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where's that shit at? Here we go. Let me take away this super chat real quick, and I'll bring it back.
Yo, but Adamas and Crawford, they were rumbling, man. That was
They were.
that was a real sparring session.
They were. But how much did Adamas outweigh this man?
No, not much. Adamas was a welterweight at the time.
What?
Yeah.
That's a big ass welterweight.
Yeah, bro, he was huge, fam.
He was 18. He was 18 in that when they sparred. He had just came to America. That was in Brooklyn, here in New York City.
Bro, he looked much bigger than Crawford in that sparring session.
Well, maybe. I mean, he wasn't at 147 at the moment, but he was a welterweight at that time.
Yeah, check this out. This is right before the Adamas. Bruh.
Yeah.
That's a talented guy, man.
Yeah.
That's a talented guy. Anybody need to see that again to see inside fighting.
Thomas spoke about that sparring session on my channel. He did it on a live. I gotta clip it and make it its own video clip, but I'll give you guys the story since you guys are already here. So Adamas says that he goes to the gym and he finds out Crawford's there. He wants a picture with him, and that Crawford and his team tell his trainer like, "We're here to spar. We're not here to like take no fucking pictures and nothing like that." And so he goes, "All right, like that's fine. I don't want a picture. Like whatever, it's fine. I won't take a picture." And then Adamas' trainer was like, "All right, since you're here to spar 2 rounds with my guy." And so he was like, "All right, so we'll go." So whatever. He first goes in with the guys you just put up.
Mm-hmm.
He spars, and then now it's Adamas' turn. So they go 2 rounds, like they said, and it was a great sparring session. So they go, one more. And then so they go 1 more after that. And then after that, they wanted 1 more on top of that. And Adamas' trainer's like, no, you said you wanted, we said we were gonna give you 2. We actually even gave you 3. Like that's all the sparring is gonna go. That's why a lot of people go,
you know what?
Adamas got stopped. It's like, no, that they don't understand the context of the story.
You know what? Fuck it, Joel. I'm gonna show it.
Yeah, fuck it. Hell yeah. They were rumbling. I love it. I'm here for it.
Because it was a good ass sparring session.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I gotta clip that part and make it its own video.
That's why I have a hard time believing there's gonna be a stoppage in this fight. Both of these dudes you gotta kill them, to stop us. So we'll see.
I'm with you. I got Spence by decision. At least that's what I had going into this video. But now I'm on the fence, man. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm betting on the draw.
Yeah, they were like that. The powers of B will like that shit.
I'm betting on the draw. Fuck it. The odds will be great.
Vegas will like that, John.
Let me see what the odds are on a draw right now.
You know what? Hey, Joel, if I remember correctly, it was a body shot that hurt Adamas.
I don't. I mean, I haven't seen this sparring session in a while, but I do remember.
We got to see it.
Yeah, I do remember they were going back and forth. That I do remember.
Oh, they were going back and forth. Facts. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Roy Sanders, appreciate the super chat. I think one thing that will work in Crawford's favor is when Spence takes a step back and take that additional step as a switch hitter to throw power from the other side. He don't really switch hit like that, bro. He don't, bro. When Crawford's, all right. So against a fighter like Amir Khan, he was water. He was switching back and forth. I got a video called Water, featuring Crawford where he was just constantly switching back and forth throughout the whole video. So in the Gamboa fight, in the Khan fight, and in and a little bit of the Kalvayaskis fight. That's the clips I had in that video. But against his best competition, nah, he hasn't really done that. But we'll see, man. It is what it is. We can't really predict a fight like that. Arthur A. Appreciate the super chat. Bud always counters when his opponent is too heavy on the front foot. Yeah, that's what everybody does. Everybody counters when their opponents are too heavy on the front foot. That's when you counter, because when you're heavy on the front foot, you start from outside. You're heavy on the front foot. That means you're mid-range, and mid-range is the kill zone. Absolutely every boxer does that. Elder Dragon, appreciate the super chat. If Arrow keeps it basic and protects himself, he'll force Bud to tire out moving too much. Okay, so Arrow's not really relentless though. So yeah, I don't think so. I think so. If Bud's in shape, which he usually is, I mean, I've heard the guy keeps in shape year round. If Bud's in shape, then he's not going to tire out from moving too much, especially because Arrow, again, like I showed in the film study, he only takes a half step, which is just front leg forward, then back into stance. A full step, which is front leg forward, back leg forward, or a wide pendulum step, which is front leg way forward and then back leg behind it, or a double step. So I mean, then if it doesn't work, he resets. So if Crawford, I don't know why Crawford would move a whole lot off that. Corey the Movie Junkie, against serious opposition, TC is always composed. I agree. If I remember correctly, Crawford spent a lot of time on the inside with Avanesian. Why do you think he did that? I don't know about the inside, but maybe mid-range. But I do remember him using frames on the inside and step. Well, here. All right. Well, let me show a different video. So it's not going to exactly show the whole fight, of course, but it will show something about what you're talking about.
GEMS, Boxing Gyms. Check it out. Study some of the videos there. The guy's phenomenal. His name is Ryan. I'm telling you. All right, you'll pick up a lot of knowledge.
Fight fam, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. If you're familiar with Terrence Crawford when he fights out the southpaw stance, you should understand that he likes to control his opponent's lead hand and spacing with probes, posts, and pins. The control tactic has a myriad of benefits for Crawford physically and psychologically, as the probe serves as punch traffic plus a physical and mental barrier. The controls also increase the probability of the opposite hand being thrown, which Crawford is fully aware and ready for defensively. However, when Crawford stops probing, he often drops the lead hand into the sling of a Philly shell or just a low lead hand as a trap, baiting the jab.
finally free to punch traffic and barriers, opponents often oblige the opportunity to throw the jab. Once the jab is thrown, Crawford slips or pull counters with typically a cross or a backhand uppercut. On the inside, Crawford turns the control into the frame with the same. All right, so this is what you're talking about. Again, regular frame, pushback. Then he's gonna run it. Then he's gonna try to run Avanesian into a trap. Michael's back. Yo. But same principles. Running him into a trap. So Crawford misses the backhand uppercut, but Avanesian does something that becomes important. After he blocks the uppercut, he tries to counter with the backhand to the head and misses. I guess this is just as important as anything. This is about timing. So let me back it up. And uppercut. On the inside, Crawford turns the control into the frame with the same principles. So Crawford misses the backhand uppercut, but Avanesian does something that becomes important. After he blocks the uppercut, he tries to counter with the backhand to the head and misses. 10 seconds later, the same sequence occurs. This time, Crawford gets more spacing, sets the trap, and lands the uppercut. Once again, Avanesian tries to counter with the backhand to the head and is blocked. Now, Crawford is either the best or amongst the best when it comes to timing. Timing in boxing is pattern recognition. The pattern is after I bait the jab, I pull counter uppercut, and Ava throws a counter backhand. If you show a fighter with a high boxing IQ like Crawford's the same thing twice within 10 seconds, especially if you're reacting off their movement, you're more than likely timed. The fighter will rinse and repeat with an adjustment. Frame. If you didn't understand, Ava tried to throw the same backhand after Crawford did the same sequence, and Crawford just added an adjustment. Knocked his ass out. He did that because he felt it was advantageous, and obviously it was advantageous because he got that knockout right there. Gee, Funky, my guy, what's good with you, bro? I've been saying for years, Bud wins this fight. I hear you, fam. Appreciate the super chat. All right, panel. Y'all got any thoughts?
Nah.
I mean, I could show some more Errol Spence dominance on the inside. I can.
I thought we was gonna watch the Bud versus Adames sparring.
Oh, goddamn! I forgot all about it. My bad, bro.
No, you good. You good. It's your show, brother.
My bad. All right, let's get it. Hold on.
This is in Gleason's gym in Brooklyn for those listening.
Yep. Crawford's green, Adames blue. Okay, you can turn off your camera.
I believe Adames only had 3 pro fights at this time.
Nice little touch to the lead hand jab for Adames. What was the fans match though? Crawford paid him back with the same thing. Hold on. Let me move it.
They're both really, really quick. I don't remember.
Oh,
yeah, I don't remember them being so fast. And
Crawford touching the body with a probe. Still.
Oof.
Crawford switched stances in that exchange, but he defaulted to the high guard. Adames took advantage. He's walking Adames down in a high guard. Adames still not landing much clean, but taking advantage. Nice little frame and shove from Adames. Again, still default to the high. Like, this is the Kavaliauskas fight.
Yeah. It seems like Adames is not aware he's the bigger man. I would be trying to mix it up on the inside. This guy's trying to walk me down. I would make him know I'm the bigger man at this point if I was Adames.
Yeah.
I mean, he's having more.
I mean, but you see now, Joel, he's clearly bigger than Crawford.
No, yeah, I know, no, it's just a matter of fact. He
Yeah.
was nice uppercut by Adames. He was a welterweight at this time, and I don't know if Bud was at 40 yet or if he was 35.
Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah, so
yeah, he was at 40. He was at 40 for sure.
Oh, so there you go. Yeah, so one weight class apart. But Adames is a big guy. Like, he blows up between camps. Nice body shot. Nice work by Adames right there. Oh, nice
3-4. Yeah, a little frame on the inside. Little inside touches. Adames, little decent work.
Mm-hmm.
Crawford just walking forward foolishly because of sparring.
Yeah. Nice left hook by Crawford. I mean, right hook by Crawford.
Nice left hook by Adames.
Yeah. All right.
The round. Yeah, it's a difference between being good or great on fighting on the inside and not choosing to fight on the inside. If it's not advantageous for you in a fight under the lights, then you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, looks like. Speaking of fight,
nice little probe to a motherfucking lead hand hook to the body from Crawford right there.
Yeah, looks like they're about to start fighting on the inside now. Boom.
Yep, they are. Yeah, it's all inside.
Oh, he pushing it down back.
Crawford got off right there, but still defaults to the high guard. So obviously them ribs are open.
Oh, beautiful
nice combination. Yeah, nice little combination from Adames.
Man.
Crawford still defaulting to that high guard, just stand there.
Yeah, this is getting back to him saying, I like to mix it up. I like to, he. Oh man, nice left hook by Adames.
Mm-hmm.
And Adames is a puncher, by the way, so he's trading with a bigger guy who's a puncher. Lets you know how crazy Bud is. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he kind of stunned Adames there. You saw that?
Yeah. But it's just a lot of trading back and forth. I mean, it's just, again, sparring shit.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. I mean, if Crawford ends up doing shit like this to Spence, then Crawford gets beat.
Yeah.
Unless he can land a punch.
No, I totally agree with you. Also, when you add the context of the picture situation I mentioned before, you can see you kind of get why Adames
he stunned him right there for sure.
He did stun him. He definitely did stun him.
Bang.
Boom, right there.
Bang. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, they just trading punches.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. This is a battle to show who's tougher. This isn't like, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to not.
Yeah, it's not even like I'm trying to work on something. It's just who's tougher.
Yeah,
for real. But I mean, Crawford. We saw that with Crawford under the lights against Kavaliauskas.
Yeah.
Who's tougher? Shit.
Oh, nice left hand by Crawford. Yeah, Crawford has that wrestling background, so I think a lot of his mental strength comes from that.
Double hook.
Double
right hand. Nice little weave.
Yeah, I think Adames is trying to take a break, and Crawford's not letting him. And he's realized that now, so he's fighting back. But he's not really landing much there.
I mean, he's working.
Yeah, a lot of those caught.
Crawford just got an inactive high guard. Nice uppercut. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Crawford been switching back and forth the whole time, but it's all been pretty squared up. So, and especially definitely in the 50-50. So again, nice little wave. But all right, so now we back outside. Crawford got his hands down. Round over.
Round over. I feel like Adames got the better of it the first round. I think the second round, pretty clearly, Crawford got this better of it. Not that we're scoring. I know.
No, nah, I'm not definitely not scoring sparring.
No. But I'm more just who got it better, like who how it looks, who got the better of who.
Yeah, I hear you. One more. I think it's one more round, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Oh well, what's going on with the camera here? Yeah. I think Adames is a little tired here. He hasn't
I'm sure.
Active as he was before.
I'm sure. I mean, he's getting hit with shots. He's hit with body shots. I mean, and they not sparring like it's not light sparring.
At all.
It's really a tough man competition. Dirty Red, appreciate the super chat. Okay, Jim. So what's the difference between an active and inactive high guard? Are you referring to framing and pinning as active or something different? So inactive high guard is just when you stick up your shields and don't move them. Active high guard is when you stick up your shields and you move according to what your opponent's doing. So you might parry jabs out the high guard. You might you just change the positioning of your hands. Period. Against what the opponent's doing. Inactive is inactive. You're not moving them shits at all. You just got a high shield up and you're just protecting. Maybe you might move away with your feet, but your hands or your elbows and hands don't move.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, nice body shot by Adames. Nice job by Adames.
Yeah, it's a body shot coming up that I think was hurtful.
Nice little left hand by
little
Crawford.
slip. Yeah, slip left. Yeah.
Beautiful left hand by Crawford. Adames seemed to take it well. Still fighting back. Oof. Beautiful uppercut.
Little head control right there. All right.
Ooh.
Combination. All right.
Ooh.
Combination by Adamas.
Man, I got so much respect for these guys. This guy's going at it.
Yeah, the motherfuckers went crazy in sparring. Nice left. Yeah. That might have been it. That right there. You saw that shit?
Yeah, I saw it land left hook to the body. But I didn't see him get hurt by it though. He just
We'll see. Wait, maybe that wasn't it, but I know it was a body shot somewhere in here that looked devastating. Nice combination. You know what? Let's hear it. I like the shoulder move.
He ain't even spinning. He know what it means. Stab to the belly. And Bronco. I think Terrence understands Spanish too. See, I told you.
Man, it's like bad intention.
Yeah. All right. So he quit it. Oh, okay. So it might have been. Body shot I was talking about had to be when, like right before Adamas start moving a lot. So I think it was one of them joints, but
Yeah.
either way.
Nah, but either way, man, much respect to both those guys, man. Like,
yeah, man, that motherfucker, hey, a hell of a sparring session.
Yeah, and another quick story about that sparring session. So obviously, he earned Crawford's respect after that, and he was at a up and top rank telling people, man, there's this Dominican kid who's really, really tough that I sparred out in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Top rank ended up signing him based off they found the footage. They did research on his amateur career, and they were like, man, this guy's good. Like, and then he ended up getting signed off the sparring session.
No, that's dope, fam. I mean, that's what Crawford's supposed to do. You know, that's what Tim Bradley did for him.
Yeah, man. So it went from like kind of like a personal thing, kind of like, man, this guy didn't want to give me a picture. Now I'm a sparring, and we're gonna go to war. To, hey, man, I gained your respect, and I'm gonna go tell my peoples to sign you, and they actually did.
Where you located at, Broadway?
I'm from New York City.
Oh, okay. Well, look, bro, I ain't gonna be in New York City, but I gotta show love to my guy. It's the first time I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna be at Tim Bradley's induction on June 10th.
Okay. All right.
So that's in by
it's in Canastota.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, Canastota. Yeah.
Yeah.
But shit, yeah. If you want to holler at your boy, I'll be out there.
I'll see if I'll take a. You said June 10th.
So I'm gonna show up June 9th, and I'll leave on that Sunday, which is June 11th.
Okay, all right. So at no point you're gonna be down in the city?
Nah, I ain't coming to the city, fam. I'm flying in Syracuse, driving there to the what's it called? What's that casino called?
Turning Stone.
Yeah, Turning Stone Casino. Definitely gonna do that, and then go right back to Syracuse and fly my ass home.
That's the same day as Teofimo versus.
I'm definitely gonna be live during that fight. So it's a just showing support to Tim because he obviously showed love to the channel. And then but I'm definitely gonna work that weekend.
I'll see. I gotta see how far that. How far is the
It ain't close.
No, I know it ain't close.
My
But if
people's from New York, fam. So matter of
I
fact,
know
I got an uncle in Harlem right now.
Okay, that's what's a Hall of Fame. No, I just want to see because I got tickets to the fight, so that's the thing. Like, it's gonna be hard for me to go. I don't mind taking a
okay.
road trip. Damn, man, it is far. 4 hours and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, because if it was 2 hours, let's say, I had no idea how far. If it was 2 hours, I would have took the trip, chilled with you, maybe whatever, grab bites to eat or drinks or whatever, and drove back down. But 4 hours and a half is kind of.
Yeah, I hear you, fam. Upstate New York is a trip, bro.
Yeah. Next time, I'm sure eventually you'll come to New York for whether it be for a fight or for some business endeavors. We'll link up. I'm not opposed.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, my family stay out there, so yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Looking forward to meeting you, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely finna end this shit. Chat, man, it's been a fucking pleasure, man. Let me read a little bit what y'all been saying, and then I'm out of this bitch.
Yeah. Before we go, I want to promote my channel if that's okay.
Yeah, do your thing, fam. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm Broadway
Matter of fact,
Joel.
hold on. Matter of fact, man, let me do it properly. Give me permission to show a little bit.
Yeah. You got permission to show any footage I have. No strikes to come.
All right, bet. What's so I could Maritala or Maritaya?
Yeah, I mean, if honest, if you want to show one of those clips, or if you want to show a gym.
Matter of fact, the Dominican boxing joint.
Which one?
I mean,
how I became the voice of Dominican boxing. Yeah, go ahead. You know what? That's a good introductory as to who I am. Yeah, there you go. I became the voice of Dominican boxing after he beat Cobra. I originally started this YouTube channel, and I was just talking Joe Schmo boxing. I was talking about everything. I was talking about Mexican boxing, Dominican boxing, Puerto Rican, American, everything. I was talking all of that. I mean, and I still do, to be fair. But after he beat Cobra, I interviewed him, and I was called by Ezra from the Ezra podcast, the voice of Dominican boxing. And I took it and ran with it, and it's gone so good for me. So Hector Luis Garcia, no matter how his career pans out, no matter what happens in his career, he will always like hold a special place in my heart just because of that, man. And you know what's funny, right? I remember when the fight got announced, I was kind of conflicted who to root for. I was like, one's Dominican, but of course Cobra, I've seen him fight since the amateurs. I remember seeing him in the amateurs here in Brooklyn. He's from the same borough as I am. So we know a lot of the same people. I was kind of like conflicted. I was like, I think I may root for Cobra. I don't know. I was kind of on the fence. And I remember watching the fight with my dad. My dad was like, kind of like saying, like, let's root for the Dominican. I was like, all right, let's go. And then he, boom, gets this big upset. And he gave me a cool moment with my dad where we were both screaming at the TV, all excited, like, whoa, we were not expecting this type of performance. And what I love the most about that performance is that it wasn't like a fluke performance. It wasn't one of those like, oh, he just landed a nice shot, and you know what I'm saying, or Colbert hurt his hand in the fourth round, and after that, like clearly the fight changed after that. But it was like, no, like I literally gave Colbert one round, like, and Garcia dropped him. So not only did he get dropped, he also won 11 rounds on my scorecards. Like, this was a dominant performance. And that, by the way, that was the first time he ever seen
Hector Luis Garcia. So he always will hold a special place in my heart, man, because of that big upset is kind of what led to all of this, and in transition has helped a lot of other Dominican fighters because I feel like I started a community here based off that performance and based off Ezra from the Ezra podcast giving me that nickname. So shout out to him too.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's just some context as to how I became the voice of Dominican boxing, and I don't only interview Dominicans. I interview Murataya. I've interviewed Blair Cobbs and Kenneth Sims. Matter of fact, tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, I will be interviewing Kenneth Sims again. He's from your city, right?
Yeah,
You from?
yeah.
Yeah.
From
So I'm
Chicago,
interviewing.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm interviewing him tomorrow again. I'm interviewing on Monday Lamont Roach. So I don't only interview Dominicans, although most of my content is Dominican. But yeah, man, it's definitely a dope channel. I try to be as unbiased as I can. Obviously, I favor my Dominicans. That's the only time you're gonna see me being a little bit biased is toward my Dominicans. But in general, I'm not aligned to no promotional company. I'm not a PBC guy or a Top Rank guy, and I try to call the fights down the middle. My interviews, I feel like I got the best interviews in the game, man. So if you guys can go, just do me a favor, go to my channel, subscribe. I guarantee you won't regret it, man.
Yeah, go subscribe to Broadway Joel, man. Shout out to you, fam. Hey, much love for joining the panel, bro. Chat, much love for rocking with us tonight. Appreciate all of y'all. I'm about to get the fuck out of here.
All right, man. Have a good night, guys. God bless.
All right, Joe. Peace.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, chat. I'm gonna go through a little bit of what y'all been talking about before I end it. Mike Brown, appreciate the super chat. Salute Gems and Broadway. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, okay, you familiar. You didn't cut the beard off, huh? Mr. Live, but I'm off for the weekend and searching for casuals to expose. Fanboys be all right. Salute to the female boxers too. Yeah, we show love. Yeah, man. Go ahead, sub to Broadway Joel. Good interviews. Dope shit. Sub Productions, I see you, bro. AKA Gunsmoke. God damn, you late night with the big boy super chat. Keep doing your thing, man. Love the content. Hey, much love, bro. Appreciate you, fam. Can't believe this fight actually about to go through. Been enjoying the content as always, Gems. Looking forward to some of these big fights later this summer. Yeah, man. Yeah, within the same week, we get Fulton in a way. Crawford Spence. That's a beautiful thing, bro. Who's your favorite female boxer? I don't have favorite boxers, period. Male or female. My favorite fighters to watch are the blue chip prospects. We see them the most. We get to see their improvements if you know what you're watching. It's dope. He's streaming Lara Wood too. Well, I'm not streaming the fight, but I will be live commentating on the fight. Is that a word? No, that's not a word. But yeah, I'm gonna be live for the fight, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna go live for the blue chip prospect Ashton Silva on Friday, and then I'll be live for Lara Wood, and I'll be live for the late night fight on Saturday as well. I think it's all the zone this weekend. Is Canelo still the face of boxing? Yeah, he makes the most money. But needs to neutralize the jab. Of course. You can't just have a volume jab in your face. Any predictions on Lopez versus Colin? I don't even know who that is, bro. I low-key have a feeling and know it might get work, but I need to watch more Fulton. Yeah. Touch up on that one. I think it depends on the ranges. If it's outside the mid-range, man, I know it might give him some problems. But on the inside, I think Fulton gonna beat his ass. Yeah, I'll be commentating nameless. That dude from New Jersey whoops Lara. Think EJ jab bothers Bud. That's an X factor. Nobody knows. Bud never dealt with a southpaw volume jab. That's a good southpaw volume jab. Do you think Spence's counterpunching is underestimated? No, I do not. It's not there. It's unless we're talking about the inside. On the outside, no, it's not there, bro. Especially against another southpaw. We never seen it. Raymond Ford is the best 126 pounder. That's a bold statement. We'll see. Let's see when he gets his title shots and all that. He definitely improved under Coach Anthony. Arrow jabs a million times around. I want to see how Bud would do with it. Yeah, bro. We all want to see that. Spence counter punches. All right. Facts. Will that lame Thurman ever fight again? All right, let me start showing these. Y'all starting to say wild shit. I have no clue. Who knows? He retired in my book. Tank is runner up after Nello. You talking about as the face of boxing? We'll see, man. They're a million miles apart as far as money. Joey Gems, what's good with you, bro? About to get off this motherfucker. Think anyway Fulton goes the distance. It depends. I don't know. Fulton only wins the inside fight. Okay, he has. We'll see, man. It's in a way moving up a division, best competition in the division. So We'll see. I got you. I got you, Julio. Appreciate that, bro. Foot in the box and away socks off. We gonna see, bro. Lara Wood too. I don't have no predictions on Lopez Conlon, but Lara Wood too. Lara Wood too. I like Lara or matter of fact, I like Wood straight up. Hedged by that Lara knockout. In fact, I kind of favor Wood in this fight. But again, Lara could great puncher's chance from Lara. But you woke up on me. What up, bro? Boxing seems to be in a good place lately. What's your thoughts about it, man? It's been a hell of a year, bro. I love it. I love it, man. This whole channel never been about me, fam. It's been about boxing. I love it. Thurman should retire. He's in pseudo retirement right now. Errol will be cautious, try to box like Mikey fight. Well, that was a open stance fight, and this is a closed stance fight, most likely. So he's not going to be able to do that. Do you have an official take on Bivol Beterbiev? I like Bivol 51-49. Well, you should be. Eddie, it depends. I mean, yeah, it depends, bro. It depends on strategies. Who's next for Haney? Hopefully, Lomachenko. This guy. All right, man. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Hey, much love to everybody that showed up, man. Oh, damn, I got another super chat. My bad. Stephen, my guy, what's good with you, bruh? Just slide through to salute. Glad we finally getting the fight we've been talking about for forever. Yeah, man. Much appreciated for the super chat. Appreciate the love, bro. I hear you, Butch. I see you. All right, y'all. I'm out this motherfucker, man. Hey, glad we finally got this fight, bro. It's been fucking forever, but we gonna see what it do. It's a hell of a fight week too. Fulton and No Way Spence Crawford, that shit is great, bro. But anyhow, peace.